Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. First stream in almost 3 weeks, which has been a long time. Fun fact, the longest amount of time I've ever gone without streaming since I started streaming almost a year and a half ago. Not of my own choice, of course, between the trip and then COVID and being dead. But we have risen from the ashes like a phoenix, like Kiara here on the screen. And we're back to streaming. Probably still going to be taking it easy for a little bit, because I'm still not 100%. As Armando pointed out, you can probably still hear it in my voice. I'm still a little congested. So my talking strength is not 100% of what it had been. So apologies if I sound dead or more monotone than usual. I know I normally sound monotone, but even more. That's why. I'm still not 100%, but good enough to stream at least. So yeah, sorry again for such a long break, but welcome to the stream again. Hope you're having a nice week and weekend. Hello Cashew, Master, Armando, Jin, Neko, Ezume. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyone else who's lurking, welcome. Whew. I got a nice PowerPoint here. I know I'm kind of a PowerPoint master. So I got pictures of the convention. I got pictures of the concert. I got pictures, of course, of my merch. The most exciting part, many of you know that Artist Alley is my big draw for conventions. So I got a lot of prints, as usual. I have pictures of all of those prints. And I wonder if you'll be able to tell what series I was hunting for. What series did I buy lots of merch of? It's probably going to be obvious pretty quickly. Hello, Nivi. Hello, Mima. Well, welcome both of you to the stream as well. Yay, merch. Yay, merch. Oh, I mean, poor wallet. Yay, merch, but RIP. My credit card statement for August. It be like that, though. It's my weakness, too. Good taste, Neko. Good taste. Are you a print person, or do you prefer, like, figures or charms, or... Like, one of my friends who goes to conventions that I meet up with a lot, he is big with, like, charms and keychains and stuff. I don't get those as much. I'm more of a print person. I'll get occasional charms, but prints are where it's at for me. Big art appreciator. It's Boyo. It is Boyo. Prints over, good taste, Ezume. This is why we're friends. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jin. Welcome. Maybe Leo's late because of harem problems? You know, I wish that was why. I wish. I would much rather have been dealing with a harem issue than a COVID issue, but life is not so kind sometimes. That was round 2 with COVID for me, if you didn't know. I first got it summer of 2022. And then I was good for 2 years, and then I got it again in summer of 2024. Which means at this rate, summer of 2026, I'm going to get hit again. No! Please, no. 2026 will be... That's my 30th birthday. Will be 2026. I don't want to have COVID when I'm 30. Get out of here. But yes, things are going better, Jin. Thanks for asking. New game, Gundam Break. That's good. How you liking that, Roscoe? I saw that come out on Steam, actually. And welcome to the stream as well. Prints won't last me as long. I guess it depends what you do with it. Like, some people like to frame the prints. I'm more of like, I just buy a ton. Like, I have hundreds of prints. And I put them all in like a portfolio. And then I can just flip through it like, kind of like an art book. Narissa, are you a Narissa? See, I can't even talk. Are you a Narissa fan, Jen? Front and center in that picture in the middle. She was really good at the concert. I'll talk about that, though. Merch sounds like a good time. RIP wallet though. It's gonna put a dent in any. Yeah. Oh, it put a dent. All right. Like at the conventions, I always withdraw a bunch of cash before the first day, and then I go in with my cash, and I'm like, cool, I have cash. I don't have to worry about it. Every single convention I go to, I spend all of my cash on the first day, and I'm like, all right, fuck me. Here we go. Gotta go to the ATM again. Because I always tell myself, nah, this year I won't spend it all. No, I'll spend it all and then some. Got a budget for conventions. Oh yeah, sorry if I cough too. A little congestion and a cough are what's still left for me. Oh, you can see my little cursor here. So if I randomly cough, I'm gonna try and mute if I feel a cough coming, but if I just randomly blow your ear up, sorry in advance. Narissa fan here, but Elizabeth kind of took that spot. Oh, Liz fan, huh? Her impressions are really good. Speaking of Narissa and Liz, I don't know how many of you are watching the Ian Rico stuff, but those two have a pretty funny arc going on right now. How dare you cough while sick? I know. I'm gonna have to release an apology video for that one, Nibby. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Leo Lovelace canceled. Coughed live on stream while sick. What a fucking piece of shit that guy is. God damn. Love the game so far? Glad to hear it, Roscoe. Glad you're having fun with it. I've actually never played a Gundam game. I have one on my wish list, though. Try to give myself an allowance, but I don't think I've ever gone to a con without going over. Yep. That sounds about right. Alright. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I have 86 slides here, including the title slide. And the ending slide, so actually 84. Gotta be realistic here. So I basically just set it up so it's like go through the convention, go through the concert, and then go through the merch. Almost half of it is merch, don't worry. If that's any indication of how many things I picked up. Oh, if you follow me on Twitter, I did put a thread out of all of the merch I bought. Like, I forget if it was late last week or early this week, but you might have already seen it. If you haven't, this will be new. If you've seen my thread on Twitter, it's just all the same stuff. Anyway. Oh, I'm kind of blocking it here. So the convention was Friday to Sunday, but I went down Thursday just so I could get settled before the convention, and I went out with my dad to like a pub. And while we were there, they were playing music bingo. Or mixtape bingo, they called it. So while we were having some drinks and dinner, we got to listen to a bunch of songs that were playing and then fill out a bingo card and try and get bingo. And if you got bingo, you got different prizes, depending on the round. So one round, it was like, you got a shot. I don't like shots. I'm fine with losing that round. One round, it was like you get a free app. One round, it was a gift card. So cool stuff. This was my bingo card. I did not win. I didn't win any rounds. But I liked that the category was teen angst. Because this is a lot of music that I liked when I was a teenager. I still like it. A lot of these. Mr. Brightside, classic. Last Resort, I mean, come on. Chuck Yes Juliet's good. Thunder. Welcome to the Black Parade. I mean, you know, iconic. Anyway, I thought that was fun. That was day 0. That's not what's important, though. So now we're actually to the convention. Day 1, going in. You can see there were a lot of people there. No surprise that I ended up getting COVID. I think they do like 20,000 people a day, so 60,000 people for the weekend or so. Lot of people around. I like the big Dan to Dan advertisement. I don't know if any of you read the manga. I don't know if any of you are excited for the anime, but that's one of the anime I'm most looking forward to this year. It comes out starting in October, so it's pretty close. I like the manga a lot, so I have high hopes. It's Science Saru's animating, so if you've seen like Eizouken, same studio. Gonna be good. Oh, you're seeing the early preview in the theaters. Nice. Let me know how it is. They did a screening, I think, at the convention as well for the first episode or 2. I didn't go to the panel, unfortunately. I was too busy walking around Artist Alley, being a degenerate and spending all my money, but you know, it is what it is. Not a huge fan of any of these songs, but I get why people like them. Yeah, it's a to each their own thing. Priorities? Exactly. So that was the entrance hall. Like, when you hit the actual convention center and walk in, it's kind of like a hub area. There's food. A bunch of cosplayers are around taking pictures and stuff. But when you go into the actual convention hall, then you have the booths from, you know, the big studios. Viz is huge with manga. They're one of the biggest manga publishers in the West. So any big shonen, probably published by Viz. Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, those are all Viz. Basically anything Shonen Jump is probably published by Viz. So they had a big booth there. You can see there's a bunch of people. I think that might be a March cosplayer right in the front. There's a Kelty from Durara. I haven't seen it, but got Luffy over here. Hypeland does a bunch of clothing stuff. Anyway, that's inside. Random pictures I just took while I was walking around. This was a big booth that had a bunch of figures for sale, so you can see they have tons of different stuff here. They got Freerin over on the side. They got some Jujutsu stuff. A lot of Jujutsu stuff, actually. There's some My Hero stuff off to the left. These are all prize figures. They're typically cheap stuff. Ones that you can get for like $15, $20 usually. They sell them for like $25 at the convention, but when you factor in shipping and stuff, it's really not a bad deal. I don't get any. I have enough figures as it is. But there are dozens and dozens and dozens of booths like this set up. If you like figures, you certainly had a good selection. So many people, I thought Fan Expo was busy. Fan Expo, I've been to one of those. Was Fan Expo the big one that you go to in Canada, Master? That you have met, like, actors at? Hello, Vito. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. SMA's already seen this picture. This was somebody in Artist Alley. They do some pretty funny, like, mini prints. Basically, it's this little cat and bunny mascot they have, and then they just put funny quotes with the pictures. So I can't actually blow it up, but wow, Allura showed up as soon as this picture popped up. That's shocking. That's like me showing up in streams as soon as Fate gets mentioned. It's just an intrinsic pull that obligates you to open it. Okay, there we go. That came out of nowhere. Excuse me. Yeah, so I actually didn't buy anything from them this go around, but they have a bunch of cute stuff. I wish I could zoom in so you could see it better. Actually, I can probably blow it up. No, I can't. Anyway. I dropped, or yeah, like this one. Oh, you can't see my thing. This pink one that I'm kind of hovering the cursor over. It's happy, he has his treat, and then the one right next to it is, I dropped my treat. Like, it's a bunch of just stupid but funny things like that. I have so many of these prints behind my PC desk on my wall. They're good stuff, they're good stuff. And they do the Final Fantasy one. Let me send you a pic, go for it. Yeah, show me the setup. More funny cats. This was a different booth, but they had these little, like, cat, like, holders, I guess, that one booth was selling that you could put, you know, they have a Sharpie and a chapstick there, but, you know, you could put all sorts of random stuff there just to hold it on your desk. I thought they were funny. A little late. Hey, Leo. Hey, Jack. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Like a bolt from the blue. Yeah, you know Jack's catchphrase. Those would tempt me. Are you a cat person? Alright, let's see this picture Allura sent. Oh yeah, you got a nice selection there. Oh, I recognize the character square ones you have under that too. I think that artist has been at conventions I've been to too. Is that a Bread and Fred one? The penguin one in the corner? Oh, you have the treat one that I was just joking about. What are the odds? I'm Angie. Buy myself a boba. I'll cry. I think you said there was a Final Fantasy one that you wanted but don't have, right? It's a story? Alright. Drop the story, Allura. What's the lore? Oh, this is blank. Hololive Meet. So, at all of the conventions that I've been to, oh, your picture is actually a story. I thought you meant there was lore. Let's see. Read it left to right. Oh, I get it. I see what you did there. Bought yourself a boba because you were stressed, you're excited because you have the treat, and then you drop the treat. And now you're mad. That's a good story. I like how you did that. You gotta add a 5th one at the end of, like, redeeming themselves. Get themselves another story. Also, I like the angry cat who's responding to, would you love me if I was a worm? It's like, no, I know I would react just like that other cat if I got asked a question like that. Are those a story too? The happy cats together and then the annoyed one right after? Alright. Esme bought that. Good taste, Esme. So I have a video, but basically what Hololive Meet is they have a giant booth with a big screen where throughout the convention they have various Hololive talents who do streams basically exclusive to the convention. So they stream like to the convention and there's cameras set up so they can see the crowd and like interact with them. They're like commenting on people's outfits. They're, you know, joking around with people. So different talents do different things. Some of them do like quizzes. Some of them do karaoke. I think like Hachima and Roboco did a collab where they cooked bugs. I didn't watch it, but I heard it happening. Seemed interesting. I have a clip of Nene doing karaoke. When I was walking by, she was doing her stream. So let me pull that up. I hope I don't get copyrighted. Fun fact, actually. So, not fun fact, sad fact. Fun fact and sad fact. Aqua, one of the biggest Hololive talents, graduated last week. And the song that Nene was doing during the karaoke was Aqua's biggest song. And this was like 3 days before her graduation. So, it was kind of sad. All right, I need a new media source. I'm gonna cough, so I'm gonna mute myself again. I can feel it coming. All right, we're good. I got it out of my system. Anyway, new media source. Never watched Aqua, but I was still sad when I heard. I was the exact same way. I definitely teared up. May or may not have cried a little bit at some of the fan art and the graduation live and stuff like that. Even though I don't even watch her. So imagine how I would feel if one of my Oshis actually graduated. I would be very upset. Obviously, you know, they need to do what's good for them, but still makes you sad. Anyway, I'm going to put this in. Hopefully it plays. That's super loud. Wow. I can't hear it. Could you guys hear it? I'm going to play it again. Because I couldn't hear it. I want to hear it too. BS. All right. I'm going to pop it up again. Here we go. I liked how you could, like, hear how into it the crowd is, you know? Like, you can hear all of them chanting along with it. They got the light sticks and stuff. Anyway, that was a little clip. So this is the big screen I was talking about with, like, there's just streams happening on this from Hololive talents all throughout the convention. So if you're into Hololive, you don't want to go around and shop and spend money, you could just hang out over here, watch the streams. They also had Holo Stars doing some stuff too, but it's mostly Hololive. I'm gonna pop that away so that I don't keep hearing that. But yeah, that's cute. I think that you can just hear stuff like that happening throughout the convention. Light Sticks, let's go. Super funny. Love her comedy. She's actually, I think she's on hiatus too right now. So she came out of hiatus to do this karaoke stream at the convention. I'm pretty sure she took a group picture at the end too. So I'm not sure if she tweeted it or retweeted it or something, but like they had official photographers and everything there. So I'm 99% sure they took a group picture at the end with like the whole crowd and everything. I think Hachima might have done one too. Yeah, I think that's probably the case, Master. One of those commitments that she already had, so was like an exception. Oh, I forgot to put the chat music back. Oops. I don't want it to be dead silent. Okay. Whoops. So that was Hololive Meet, but then Friday night, I also went to the first of 2 Hololive concerts that I went to that weekend, which was the Hololive World Tour 24 Soar. They had the first day of it, or you can see at the bottom, there's going to be 5 shows in that tour. And New York at the convention was the first show of that tour. So I got to see the debut. Nobody knew what the set list would be. I, of course, kept track of it because I like that kind of thing. But you can see here who was actually in the lineup. I think it was a pretty stacked lineup in terms of like singers. Like they're all very good singers. Ina especially really surprised me. I was talking about that offline with some people, but I think early on, Ina was like very shy, like very not confident in her voice, but between this and then the big Hololive concert, I was like, holy shit, Ina has gotten really good. So yeah, you had Kobo, Muna, Ina, Bae, Kiara, Azuki, and Watame. Pretty good lineup. This was a picture I took. You weren't allowed to take pictures and videos while you were there. So I took this right after the show actually ended. So you can get a sense of like, to the right where there's a small picture, that was the main stage. And then to the left, they had like big screens set up so you could also get good views of, I was sitting to the left side, so, you know, make sure that everybody can see. Good lineup, totally agree. Who would stream in dead silence, right? Who would do that? Batcat would never. Never, ever, ever. I am Hololive. So bummed they didn't have stream tickets. I'm kind of surprised, yeah. Maybe after the New York date, they'll see that there's demand for it and do stream tickets for future dates. I mean, they had professional videographers and stuff there too, so I have to imagine that they're probably gonna release like a Blu-ray of it at some point. I don't know. I'm sure you'll be able to see it at some point. It's kind of what I'm going for. But it was a good show. They did 14 songs. Oh, this was a picture during the concert. Not my picture. It's just something I saw on Twitter. Their hat is in the corner. But this is what it actually looked like during the show. This is my boring picture after. This was during the concert. So you can see, again, the main stage way in the middle, and then on the left and the right, you can see the big screens that I was talking about where they had much better camera angles for the people who are on the sides. You know, got the light sticks, good sized crowd, all that stuff. Hello Vortex, welcome to the stream. It is a Weeb anime concert, yes. A VTuber concert. Atlanta, interesting city for Hololive. Yeah, they did Cali for the first Hololive concert last summer. So then they did the second concert in New York. So I think they were just going for something a little different with the world tour dates, I guess. They're trying to hit a bigger variety of things. I'm interested to see where they'll do the third concert. Is it going to be the US again? Will it be like, they did West Coast, they did East Coast, now will it be like Midwest? Will it be like Chicago? Would it be somewhere in Texas? Would it not even be the US? Could it be like Canada? Could it be London? Like, I'm sure they're talking about it and they're trying to figure it out, because I imagine they're going to do one every summer now. I don't know. We'll see. I saw Kiara complaining that they don't know there wasn't going to be a stream and it was a bummer. Oh. Yeah, hopefully they figure it out for a future one then. Don't say that, I want to go. Please give us one more in the US. Oh, I mean, I hope so. I'm sure that behind Japan, the US is probably the biggest country in terms of like Hololive audience. So it makes sense that if you're going to be doing English concerts, you know, most of the Hololive English talents are probably based in, well, I mean, we know they're worldwide. We know there's US, Canada, Europe, Australia, Japan, like they're literally all over the world. But I would imagine that Canada and the US are probably good choices, especially the US. We'll see. Canada, please. That would be nice for you, wouldn't it, Cashew? We'll see. I imagine June or July next year, we'll find out. Scared they're going to throw me a bone and come to Canada, but it's going to be like Vancouver. Oh, is that the opposite side of Canada from you? Like, that's west and you're east or vice versa? Canada's cloaked, no anime allowed. Cashew would be very sad to hear that. Haven't seen one anime thing here. There's a first for everything. Very far away. Gotcha. Canada isn't a real place? Damn. It's pretty sunny here, Vortex. I wouldn't mind rain. I like a light rain. Crazy that we live in a time where this can happen. Too late to explore the world, too early to explore the stars. Just in time to see Hololive concerts in person. Hell yeah. If that's what it means, then I'm glad this is the time we're in. So there's a couple more pictures of the actual concert that I took from the same person. This was a view from like a balcony that you couldn't get on, but evidently somehow this person got onto the balcony. So you can see, you know, whole crowd has their yellow pen lights for Watame. You can very faintly make her out on the main stage in the middle there. Big screens on the side. This was her solo song. I was sitting like, you can't see where I was. I was like in this little area on the bottom here, but further back. And then this was one more picture from the other side. So again, this was a big group song. You can see everybody on stage at the same time. The crowd pen lights are all different colors for their Oshis and all of that. So it was a good vibe. It was a fun show. And I think I have one more, which is the set. Yeah, this was the set list. So if you're familiar with Hololive songs, these were the 14 songs that were played as well as who performed them. So started off with the group song, ended with a group song. Of course, they ended with the Shiny Smiley Story, a classic one for Hololive. On this list, personally, I would say the highlights were probably... I really liked Bei's solo song. I liked Ina's solo song a lot. Kobo doing Help was really good. See, that was convenient because they did Help at day 1 of Breaking Dimensions, which I didn't go to. But I did go to this, and they also did Help there. So even though I didn't go to day 1, I still got to see Help, which was nice. Watame's solo song was really good too. I would say my personal highlight was probably... I really liked Color, the Bei and Watame collab song. Bet Do You was good. Which one? Kiara, Bei, Munako. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yep. That was a rock show. It would be a different vibe. Oh yeah, definitely. It's a very different crowd. Like, it was very loud in there. People were chanting and singing along and very into the show. But, you know, it was a fully seated concert and it's like idol adjacent. So it's very different from a rock concert. There's not going to be like moshing and crowd surfing and stuff like that. have killed to see RRR. Yeah, that was a good one. Bay is like, it's weird too, because at both this concert and the Sunday one that I went to, Bay was the second song and a solo performance. Like, they kicked both shows off with Bay, essentially. Stardust song, big fan of that one, Jin. Thought for a second Niffy's dog was a member of Hololive. Is Kobo your dog's name? I'm not sure if you've mentioned it before, actually. I'm recovering from COVID, Vortex. So, I have finally tested negative as of yesterday, thankfully. But I still have like this lingering cough and congestion that's sitting around, so yeah, I'm still trying to work my way through that. Speaking of which, I should probably hydrate. I have some tea here. Kubo. Oh, yes. Only one letter off. 75% of the way there. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, not a fun time, but it is what it is. It was my second time getting it, so thankfully it wasn't as bad as the first time, but definitely still not fun. But tea is great for the throat, and I mean, I have tea with honey, so that helps too. Some Ricola going? It's funny you say that, Nivy. I actually have a pile of Ricola cough drops right next to me. Let me see. I have 6. A pile of 6 of them. I have 3 of the honey lemon with a liquid center. That's my favorite. And then I have 3 of honey lemon with echinacea. I don't know what that is. But it doesn't have the liquid center. The liquid, I think, is better because it like coats the throat more. When was the first? It was summer of 2022. I went on a like family vacation to Italy, and then when I came back, I got COVID like a day after. Kubo anime? I haven't seen the anime, but I read the manga. I did like the manga. Spoonful of honey also helps. Yeah, I don't think I've actually eaten a spoonful of honey in my life, but I've had it like mixed into things. Thankful that Leo has a loving harem to take care of him. Yeah, me and all my waifus, what can I say? Know the feeling I had a constant runny nose? It's like, I feel like the unfortunate thing with COVID is there's always a lingering piece. Like, when I had it the first time, it was a sore throat that stuck around for like 2 weeks, which sucked. And this time it's the cough. So unfortunate, yeah. I do put honey in the tea though. I'm a big fan of that. So that was it for the pictures and stuff I had of the world tour, but it was a good show. If you are around one of these other 4 cities that's upcoming, Jakarta, Singapore, Atlanta, or Kuala Lumpur, then I would recommend going. Attacks the nervous system, so that's normal. Some people get head sores or head fog for months. I'm very thankful I didn't get that. Yeah, I know it can really debilitate some people. This was... I just thought this was funny. This is the shirt I was wearing for Friday, first day of the convention. I picked it up at a different convention earlier this year, and I thought it was really funny. So I was like, of course I'm going to wear it to the next convention. Why not? Buren getting eaten because she can't resist her desire for loot. Like, just the legs sticking out. She's totally given up. It's such a good shirt. It's definitely one of my favorites that I have now. I didn't take a picture of the 2 other shirts that I had. Actually, Saturday and Sunday both, I had a Bochi shirt. Saturday was like it was a shirt with all 4 of the main characters on it, and then Sunday was, it was just like a plain black t-shirt, but it had Bochi's signature on it. 10 out of 10 shirt. Thank you, Nippy. I appreciate that. Some people can't work after getting struck with it, so count your blessings. Oh, I'm definitely thankful that it was a relatively mild case, all things considered. It is free Rin Vortex, yep. Really like that anime. Highly recommend. So that was it for day 1 pictures. Day 2. This was entering the convention again. Picture of the giant sign that they had up front. This is an example of Artist Alley, so this was just one of the many booths that I walked by. I did buy some stuff from this booth, so you will see them again once I get to the merch section. But, you know, this is what it looks like for the prints. They just have these gigantic, essentially walls of all of their art behind every single booth, and that's an easy way to browse as you walk by and, oh, is there anything that catches your eye? Okay, cool, come buy it. I really like this artist. I think I buy something from them pretty much every single convention I go to. Lucid Sky is the artist name. Very good. Love that show. Yeah, there's no season 2 yet. They haven't announced one. I'm sure they'll do one at some point, but they haven't officially announced it. Same thing with Bochi. These were some sus merchandise that I saw as I was walking around. A hen with a tie. I wonder what that stands for. So if you want to be discreet with your enjoyments on the DL, you could buy this wonderful shirt of a hen with a tie. Walk around with that. Actually, when I was in college, one of my roommates gave that shirt to one of my other roommates as a gag gift. We like to get each other gag gifts, and that was one of his that he got. Pretty good one. And then they had slippers. I didn't get either of them, but I thought they were funny. What price range do the prints go for? It depends on the size and also the booth. For the really small ones, you can get them for like 10. I would say typically 20 to 25 is the common price. And then usually they'll do a buy 2 get 1 free. Occasionally you'll see 15, but I would say 20 is the typical price. And then usually with a buy 2 get 1. I feel like if somebody got me that, I wouldn't get it, and I would just show off my cute chicken slippers. I would love if you were just wearing them normally for years, and then somebody finally explained it, and you realized what you've been walking around with all this time. Yeah, it's good because I think it's discreet. Like, you can kind of see a face here on a shirt under the slipper. The rest of the merch that they had at that booth was a little bit more explicit, a little more wearing your heart on your sleeve, so to speak. But these ones were more discreet, which I liked. Even after that, no, it's just a chicken, keep wearing. Yeah, nothing behind, or nothing between the lines here, for sure. Agent 47, if you were a chicken. Yeah. Pretty reasonable? Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's really good value for what you get. I did get one Nikkei print, Jack. Yep. And I do have a picture of it down the line. So they also have a gaming hall, which I actually have never gone to the gaming hall. I've been going to this convention for 5 years. I've never been to the gaming hall. This was the first time I went, mostly because one of my friends who I went with, he wanted to go. So I was like, okay, sure, let's go check it out. It's kind of like a mini PAX in a sense. Like, I have gone to PAX East one time. But basically, they just had a bunch of booths set up with demos. The developers are there trying to pitch their games to you. You could try them out if you want. So these were some that I either talked to the developer or played the demo or whatever. The left was a card game called Batsu. Basically, you're playing with your friends, and you all do a challenge, and if you lose, you have to do a Batsu. And of course, because it's a party drinking type game, the Batsus that they were talking about, you know, everybody else who's playing gets to send a text from your phone to somebody of their choice. Yeah, no thanks. I wouldn't play it. But I could see why that would be fun for, like, you know, people in college or something. They actually also had a TV show. Or not a TV show. They do a live stand-up version of it. And this is like a card game based on it. The middle one was a rhythm game for mobile, which I did try the demo of. I thought it was neat. It was like a rhythm and bullet hell mashup, which I thought was kind of cool. The music was good too. And then the one on the far right was a horror game, Dark and Deep. I didn't play the demo for it. I watched a little bit of somebody else playing the demo. It seems like it could have been interesting. I can't say any of those characters are in my harem, Jin, now. That's dangerous. That's how friendships get ruined. Exactly. Yum. Oh, yeah. So I went out with a couple of my friends from college on Saturday. I say went out. By went out, I mean we met up at a pub and we got like some wings and nachos and had a drink. This was the drink I got. I thought it was pretty good. Rosé is a type of wine. So it was like wine, vodka, this watermelon flavored thing. I don't know what Monin is. But it was like blended. It was like a slushy. I was like, damn, this is good. This is good. Anyway, that was beside the point. Anyway, good drink. I recommend it if you happen to see it somewhere where you're at. Oh shit, I didn't realize I had the green screen thing going. I need to turn that off. I was like, why is the thing a different color? Because it's green on my screen, but it was blacked out for you. That would have ruined the quality of some of the art. Good thing that I caught it. All right, and then day 3. This was inside, again, just a picture of a different area of the actual, like, convention hall, where you can walk around and shop, and on the left, they had Bushiroad. Bushiroad does a bunch of card games, so they had a bunch of Weiss stuff, they had, I think, some Vanguard stuff, they were selling card sleeves, they had, like, playmats, they had a little, you can kind of see in the bottom left corner, there's a picture of, like, you can see a guy sitting down. They had some tables set up, so if you wanted to open cards that you bought there, if you wanted to actually play matches against people, you could just hang out there and play some games. You can see behind that, there's like some tall things. Those are more art pieces that were on display that you could buy. They had like vendors selling Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, singles and stuff. Yeah, lots of different stuff. This is the Bushiroad booth because I did go to the Bushiroad booth and I bought some stuff. Just an example of some things that were on sale and prices. So top left there, they had the new Weiss Schwarz Hololive Summer set, which I did buy some of. You'll see that in the merch section. This was actually an early release. The official release, I think, was August 30th, but they were selling it a week early. So that was cool. They had Bang Dream cards, they had Sword Art, Fate. I think they might have had, yeah, they have like, looks like Bochi, they had Spy Family. Lots of different series here that you could buy. This was more merch at the booth. They had a bunch of Persona 3 card sleeves. The only characters here that I don't see who are main characters in the game are Yukari and Mitsuru. So I'm assuming that all of the Yukari and Mitsuru ones sold out. So I guess you know who the most popular ones are. Everybody else is still here. I didn't get any, but I thought it was nice that they had a bunch of Persona merch there. I don't remember seeing much in the way of Tekken merch, Jin. It's possible that there was art that I missed that might have been Tekken related or like figures or something. But at least at this booth specifically, I don't think there was. Want to learn how to play Weiss someday? It seems cool. Like, I like that you can essentially choose an anime or a game that you like and then play a deck built on that. Again, like, you could have Persona versus Spy Family for one game, and then you could have Hololive versus Bochi the Rock the next game, and then you could have, like, I don't know, Fate Unlimited Blade Works versus, like, I don't know, Love Live. Like, it's just the, I don't know, it's cool. You can basically rep your favorite series. Gurren Lagann versus Den. Yeah. Excuse me. Magic, but anime. I'm not super familiar with Magic, but I do know Magic has done some collabs. So yeah, I guess it's kind of similar in a sense. Like, I know Magic has done Doctor Who. I know they've done Fallout. This was the Bushiroad booth again. So they had, for people who aren't familiar with Weiss, the big draws when you're opening packs, when you're trying to pull cards, they have the super, super rare type of card called SP, special. Well, they'll have like a special stamp or a signature from the character or a quote or something written on it. Like, each of the SP cards will be worth hundreds of dollars, at least like $100 usually. The really cheap ones maybe like 50, but like the expensive ones could be mid-hundreds. I've seen the super rare ones, especially if they're graded, they could be in the thousands. Like, these are the cards you're trying to pull if you're collecting, essentially. Excuse me. So I think they're really cool. I've only ever pulled one special card, and I actually pulled it from one of the things that I bought here and opened, so I have a picture of that later on. But yeah, if you're a fan of that anime or game or whatever the series is, it's a very neat type of collection, essentially. By Shorts play. I don't actually play it myself, Jin. I have a passing interest in learning it, but it's like, do I have the time to pick it up amongst other things? I don't know. But yeah, I was hunting for a lot of the Hololive stuff. And I did get one. I ordered more because I would like to open more. There's a lot of cards that I want. I didn't get any of the Bang Dream ones, unfortunately. I wanted the Ran, which is the middle in the second row. But alas, I did not get it. Bushiroad booth again. These were some playmats. They had some Hololive ones. I probably should have made the picture bigger so you could see it better, but they had a bunch of the various JP, ID, and EN members all in their idol outfits. They don't have everybody, but it's a good selection. If I didn't already have like 10 playmats, I would have considered it, but I feel like I don't need more at that point. I had no idea about how the card world has changed. I have a tenant in one of my office buildings that opens up cards while streaming. So some of the boxes he opens cost. Yeah, some of the super rare ones, especially like old school Pokemon. Thousands, if not tens of thousands. Yep. Excuse me. Yeah, there's some really valuable cards. It's like a mix of valuable cards plus nostalgia. Like, back when those were being printed, most people didn't realize that just how big Pokemon would eventually become. So a lot of those old school boxes, especially the ones from like the late 90s, early 2000s, super expensive. I can't say I know much about the One Piece card game, but I do know that it's gotten some traction lately. This was the Bushiroad booth again. They had a gigantic free run advertisement there, essentially, because there is going to be a free run Weiss set coming down the line. So I'm not sure when it comes out in English. I think it comes out in Japan pretty soon, but I'm curious to see what the SPs are going to be, because I might want to open some if there's some nice arts, given that I did love the free run anime, and I appreciated having a giant free run ad on the show floor. But yeah, that's more or less pack opening in a nutshell, Vortex. You're basically opening packs for the... It's gambling. What it is. You have a low chance of pulling a hit card or the rare card, and then most of it is low value whatever stuff. So personally, I like ripping stuff because I think just opening the packs is fun, and I appreciate the cards in general. But yeah, if you aren't collecting the sets in general, if you don't just like the cards as a whole, if you want specific cards, then singles is the way to go. Generally, what I do is when a new set comes out, I'll open a couple boxes so that I can have fun opening the set, pull a few things, and then I will wait a month, 2 months, and then I'll pick up the singles for the cards that I still needed. Because at that point, prices have more or less dropped. There are cards that actually go up in price, which is super annoying. And then you have to wait longer for them to come down. It just happened with one from like May. I finally got it like last week. His prices finally came down again, but I was like, what the hell? Hello, Havu. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. All right, these are some more pictures from Artist Alley. Again, just more examples of when you're walking around all of the artist booths. You have just these big selections of art that the artists are advertising that you can buy prints for. The left one is an artist that I've bought a lot from in the past. They do a lot of like Hoyo stuff. They do a lot of Genshin, a lot of Honkai, but they also do a bunch of anime-specific stuff. That's more of what I'm into. I don't play the Hoyo games, but I do really like the character designs. So I still buy art of those characters if I like the actual like art itself. Usually I look for specific anime or characters I like though. The right side was mostly original stuff, but I really liked their art style. This was some more Artist Alley stuff, kind of a shitty angled picture, but there was the booth was a weird angle, and there were a bunch of people like browsing it next to me, so I couldn't get a better angle. These were all Hololive prints, and then they had like anime ones just off to the left. You can see it kind of gets cut off. Some anime stuff and some original stuff, but I did like the Hololive ones. I didn't get any of these, but I thought they were good quality. And then this was just like random stuff I saw in the dealer's room, so I don't know a whole lot about SCP, but I'm interested in it. I think it seems really neat. And this vendor was selling a bunch of SCP related stuff. They had these really nice hardcover books that like basically every page or two, it was like detailing a different SCP, like what its history was, what it does. I really considered buying these so that I could read them, but they were super high quality hardcover books that were like $60 each or something. I was like, given that I don't know SCP that well, I'm going to talk myself out of it. I'll see about getting into it separately. And then if I like it, you could just buy these online too. I think they had them on like Amazon or their web store or something. Either way, these looked really cool. So if you like SCP stuff, I would check these out. It was, yeah, you can see they were called Black Journal, Red Journal, and Yellow Journal. This was also in the dealer's room. Again, just random stuff you see while you're walking around shopping. I really liked this figure setup. Basically, they had like a ring light with a base, and then they had a bunch of figures that they're called noodle stoppers. They're usually sitting down. So they set them up so that they were like sitting within the ring lights. They added like these flower decorations on the side. They looked really, really nice. It's hard to tell from the pictures. Like, it looks better in person when you can see it from multiple angles and stuff, but I thought it was a really nice setup. It was a mix of both masters. So this was a display. You couldn't like buy the things that were on the display, but most of the figures that you saw, they had that you could buy like sealed. Basically, this was the outside of the booth, and then on the inside, they had like hundreds and hundreds of figures. So most of the ones you see, you could buy. Big lore-driven community written world, hard to get into, more like an interesting read. Games are good. I think I have like 2. I want to say I have like on Steam. SCP-5K and SCP Secret Files, I think, are the ones. But yeah, those are some figures. I thought they were nice. So many cool things. Curious to see what I bought. A lot of art. 90% art. Excuse me. So this wasn't my picture. I saw this. Actually, when I was on the train home, but it happened during day 3. Somebody brought their corgi, and they had the corgi cosplaying as Nokotan, the deer girl from that new comedy anime that's airing. So this was a picture from the actual booth that they took of the corgi cosplaying with the character they're cosplaying behind. I thought that was super cute. As you all know, I am a big corgi fan. I have art of myself with the corgis. I got the corgi little badges and stuff. I just noticed the badges aren't showing in... Oh, yeah, they are showing in the chat. Never mind. Wait. Oh, I see. They're not showing for, like, Cashew and Nivi because they're mods. So the mod overrides the badge. So you can see it in the YouTube chat, but you can't see it in the chat on the screen. But, like, Master, who's just a member, you can still see it in the corner of the chat. There we go. That explains it. But yeah, I saw a few corgis there, actually. Not at this convention, at a different convention I went to. There was somebody who was cosplaying Ash from Pokemon, and they brought their corgi, and they had the corgi dressed up as Pikachu. So it was super cute. Ash and Pikachu, but yeah, it was a guy and his corgi. I don't have pictures of that, but it's burned in my mind. Hello, Honda. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And appreciate that. I'm definitely on the road to improvement. Not 100%. I can tell while I'm talking, it's definitely starting to dry my throat out, so I'm trying to hydrate a lot. But I feel a lot better now than I did a week ago, for sure. My family has a dog, Jin, yeah. It's not like my dog, so to speak, but we have a dog. Technically, it's like my sister's dog. But, you know, lives with the family, so family dog. Excuse me. And then that was my last picture that I took at the actual convention. But we're only 40% through the presentation. How could that be? Nani? So a goodbye to Anime NYC 2024. It was another great convention. I highly recommend it if you're able to travel. If you're already on the East Coast, awesome, convenient. If you're not on the East Coast but you're willing to travel, I recommend it. It's the second biggest anime convention in the United States behind Anime Expo, so it's also way easier to navigate than Anime Expo from what I've heard. So yeah, definitely recommend it. I've been going for like 5 years. I have a great time every year. And I'm sure you would too. This type of dog, not technically yours, so you don't have to pick up poop. Oh, I still have to pick up poop, Armando. It's BS. Not even my dog and I have to pick up the poop. And it's like she fucks me over. It's like her poop routine, not to talk about, go on a big tangent about this, but for like, we've had her for almost 10 years. I think 9 years. And for 8.5 years, she would go twice in the morning, and that's it. And I always would take her in like the afternoon. That was usually my time. But lately, she likes to go during the afternoon one when I take her. Like, what the? Why you fucking me over? Why'd you suddenly change? You're 9 years in? You decide you're gonna change your whole schedule just to antagonize me? What the heck, man? So yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but I still have to do it, unfortunately. How'd it compare to your past trips? It was fun. It would be hard to rank them, but I mean, I got to visit with some family. I got to see some of my friends who live in the area. I got to pick up a bunch of good merch. I got to go to the Hololive concert, which I've never gotten to really do before, given that it wasn't a thing before. So that was definitely a big plus for this run. But of course, it kind of evens out with the big minus of getting COVID. I didn't get COVID any of the other years, but I did get it this year. So pros and cons. Getting older. Yeah, that makes sense. Routine shift and stuff. How are the raves? Like at the after parties and stuff? I'm not really a club person. I do like EDM shows. I haven't been to one in a while, but I actually have never been to one of the after parties. So I'm not sure. I do see they get clips posted on like Instagram and Twitter and stuff, and it seems like if you're into anime, they're like anime themed raves. So you would probably have fun if you're into the anime side of things, but if you're not, probably best to wait for more typical raves. There are after parties, yep, after every night. There's official ones and there's like fan run ones. So there's like the official Anime NYC account will advertise after parties hosted by like companies who are boothing at the convention. So like Senpai Squad is a big I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Senpai Squad booths at the convention every single year, and they also host an after party. Generally, they're at various bars around the city that are kind of close to the con. So it's like you go to the con, and then you leave, and you go to the after party, you get drinks, you can chat with other people. Again, I don't really like clubbing. I don't really like after parties and that stuff. So also, I'm tired after walking around the convention every day. So generally, after the con ends, I just go back to where I'm staying, and then I just like lay around. That's much more my scene. Or like, I'll meet up with a couple friends and we'll like have a drink or something. Only the cool kids get invited to the after parties? Ah, they're paid. Gotta buy a ticket to go. If it's one of like the official ones. If it's a fan run one, I think there's like an Anime NYC Discord. I'm not in it, but I think there is one where people who are going will kind of like, you know, they'll plan meetups for cosplays. They'll try and find friends, try and make friends that they can walk around with. They'll plan after parties and stuff. Again, I already kind of have friends that I meet up with in the area, and I'm not an after party type, but they are there for sure if that's your scene. Just need hardstyle and nightcore. I'm more of a dubstep guy myself. Tired? You're 28, prime of your life, should be out there mixing it up. People, I don't got the money for that, man. And kids are annoying. I mean, maybe my attitude on that will shift at some point. It's like you think, you know, maybe at some point it would be nice. And then I am on a train and I hear a kid crying and I'm like, yeah, no. That's annoying. How am I supposed to buy all my anime merch if I have to spend my money on a kid? What? Never say never, though. Never say never. What happens if you don't get a ticket and you just go to the bar for the drink? I'm honestly not sure, Vortex. I'm not sure if, like... I don't know if it's a situation where it's like people just plan on going to a certain bar and they might have like a private room there for the after party, or if like they rent out the whole place. Like if it's the former case, you can probably just go and get a drink and just wouldn't be able to get into like the private area. But if they rent out the whole place, then I imagine they probably ticket at the door. But wait! Not only did I go to the convention, but I also went to the Hololive English concert! Breaking Dimensions, Day 2. I wish I had videos I could show you, but, you know, no recording allowed in the venue. I'm sure some people snuck little clips. I didn't want to risk it and then get kicked out and then be sad. But, yeah. So it was a 2-day concert, Saturday and Sunday. I only went on Sunday. I had an opportunity to also buy a ticket for Saturday, but I had plans for Saturday to meet up with one of my college friends and catch up, so I didn't, and I just went on Sunday. Why would they miss out on money for locals? Yeah, I think that's where it comes down to, like, if they rented out the whole bar, then the bar is probably like, well, I mean, you guys paid for the whole night as a group, so sure, by all means. But if they didn't rent the place out, then right. Like, they're not going to stop people from coming in when they could make money. So this is just random stuff that I saw in line. Somebody had gone around and, like, taped a bunch of these Fuamoko ads to, like, the wall leading up to the venue. Like, it was fine to pay. Like, there was a bunch of random ads and stuff there. There was graffiti and stuff. So, like, it was totally fine to put this up. It's not done by Fuamoko. It's just a random fan who's like, oh, we're going to advertise Fuamoko. And the line going to... Everybody knows Fuamoko. I mean, it's the line for the Hololive concert. But either way, I thought it was a funny ad. So if you scan the QR code, I think it just takes you to their channel. How's all the waifu husbando merch? Any good? Not safe for work. There are booths that do sell not safe for work stuff, yeah. There's booths that sell dojins. There are booths that sell dakimakuras, if you're into that stuff. Both safe for work and not safe for work. There's booths that sell, you know, Blu-rays of animated material. So you can definitely get not safe for work stuff at the conventions if you're interested. They do ID you, of course, if you want to look at stuff. But it is sold there, if that's your cup of tea. Not a ton. I think usually there's like 4 booths max. But like Faku always has a booth. I think Jast always has a booth. If you're familiar, I mean, those are like the big official companies that do that stuff. This was I don't know what the actual term for these are, but somebody drove to the venue and they parked this nice Hololive car right in front. So everybody who was in line, again, could admire the Itasha. Yes, that's the word. Okay. I knew I'd seen it before, but I couldn't think of it. So they had Sora and Azuki on the side. Pretty nice design. And then they also had a different design on the front hood, which was Sora, Azuki, Hachima, and Hato. You got both sides of Hachima there on the front. So, pretty neat car. I took this one on the way coming in, and then this one on the way coming out, which is why it's a lot darker in the second picture than in the first one. Yeah, I thought it was a cute car. I wouldn't drive it. I like plain stuff, but I like seeing when other people do it. Cashew has an Itasha Porsche. Of course. I'm sure it's covered in Okami Mio and Amelia Watson art. From front to back, side to side, top and bottom. This was another just random thing in the line that I thought was funny. There were these couple of guys. They had a big flag, Minato Aqua for president, 2024. Of course, this was, again, like 3 days before Aqua's graduation, or like 5 days before the graduation. So it was kind of sad, but it was funny at the same time. They had the little Aqua plushie at the top. Yeah. Honda rival. Yeah, we got an official Honda Civic here. Couldn't do a Natasha, keep me OEM. Damn, you don't want to cover your car in anime art, Honda? That's crazy. And then this was the this is the sign right before you actually get into the building. Hololive EN, August 24th and 25th, sold out. King's is a super old and well-respected venue, from what I understand. So Hololive being there and also selling it out is a big deal. And it was a really nice venue. Like, it was super ornate, really, really cool to actually see on the inside. But I love seeing stuff like this. Hololive sold out. So this was the inside. This was actually right after the concert ended that I took this picture. Again, I didn't want to risk getting kicked out before it started, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about with like ornate and just crazy designs. Like, just look at like the poles and stuff on the side and like the stage, like all of the details and stuff around it. It's crazy. sound quality was really good in there, but like just the design of the place was something else. I mean, it is a theater. So, but yeah, I took this right when it ended. This is another picture. I think this was actually, I don't remember if this was right when it ended. Yeah, I think it was another one right after it ended. This isn't my picture, but it's from an artist I've commissioned who was also there apparently. We were sitting on opposite sides. You can see I was on the right, they were on the left, but they were there and they took this picture, so you can get a better sense of what it was like actually in the venue during the concert. So you can see this was during one of the final 2 songs where everybody was on stage at the same time. They had the big panels on the side where you could see the close-ups of the talents. You can see everybody has pen lights again, different colors for their Oshis. I wish I had more pictures of like during the concert that I could show, but I really didn't want to risk getting talked to by like an usher or something. Because I was kind of close to the aisle, so it would have been pretty obvious if they were walking around. So I just settled for these after pictures, and then I was like, oh, okay. This is a good example. Love that they had Justice talking on the speakers. Yeah, they had that at the intro. Yep. I think on the day I went, I think it was Liz who was talking at the beginning. If I was there in person, I'd have been a wreck. I don't doubt it. I know that you, I saw your tweets, like, during the show. I'm saying, like, so I watched day 1 last night, actually. But then I was there for day 2, and I was like, you don't know what the set list is going to be. I'm really curious to see, like, how it's going to go. And I think my next slide is the set list. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Rebellion, good start. Bae solo, she did great. She's a great dancer. She's a great vocalist. That song was awesome. But I thought it was funny because, like, you know, Yu's Oshi is Bae. And I was there for her solo. And then right after that, Cashew's Oshi is Ame, and she has her solo. I'm like, these guys are going to be so jealous of me. But I'm here in person. On the day that they happen to have their Oshi solos, not the other day. Like, I wasn't like gloating, but I was like, man, like I picked a good day to go. So that was the whole set list for the show that I went to. Really good. Personally, anybody who watched the live streams or who also went, you can tell me if you agree or disagree. I think day 2 was better. Maybe I'm a little biased because I was actually there. But I feel like taking that aside, thinking about the set list and who performed, I preferred the stuff that we got on day 2 over day 1. Because 1, I like Bae a lot. I think she's a great singer and dancer. We got her solo. Korone doing her original song with Fuamoko and Kobo, I thought was a lot of fun. We got Takamori on day 2 with Fire and Ice. We got 13 to 15 alone, I think, just takes it. 13, Muna, Iris, Bae, and Suisei, like 4 of the best singers in Hololive at the same time doing Muna's song, which is like known for being vocally challenging. So you get like all 4 of them just showing their stuff. That was insane. Immediately after that, going into the Mori solo, like one of the OG members, one of the most popular members, doing her new song, which is an anime, I think it's the Suicide Squad Isekai, like ending song. So that was huge. And then from there, going into the Gura Ame, like one of the OG pairs, doing Idol. Like, when I say that the place absolutely erupted as soon as those opening notes of Idol started, like, I don't know of how clear it would be in the live stream. Like, I could tell when I was watching the day 1 video, like, you could kind of tell when the crowd would get louder. But, like, having been there, like the moments that it gets insanely loud in the venue, like there was no moment in this concert that got louder than when those first couple notes of Idol started and Gura and Ame came out. Like that place, like I've been to 90 plus concerts. Like the feeling and the experience of the whole crowd just collectively erupting and losing their minds when that started was just like, I don't even have words for it. Like it was, I'm never gonna forget that. That was so cool. So cool. To answer your earlier question, Cashew, I did not have a pen light. I feel kind of self-conscious doing that stuff, one. So I usually don't do a bunch of the crowd participation stuff. Even I know there's no issue doing it, but I don't know. I'm an anxious boy. I get I feel like I'm doing it wrong somehow, and then I feel awkward. So I usually don't participate, but everybody around me had the pen lights. My friend who I went with, he also didn't have the pen lights, so I felt it was like, okay, kindred spirits here. I also don't know how they like work. Like I don't know when to go fast and slow and like all that stuff. So I didn't want to embarrass myself. That also answers your question as well, Vortex. Yeah, I didn't have the pen lights or the glow sticks. Day one. Oh, Kiara was day one, so I'm biased. I did really like Kiara's solo on day one. I think my highlights for day one were the Fauna and Mume It's Not a Phase song. Did they officially release that yet? I'm not sure. And then the Kiara solo. Those were my top two from day one. Tough day one had more highs for me, but Ame-same singing Idol killed me. Yeah. I'm sure the Idol was just... Fauna Stay With Me was day one, yep. I think the only Fauna thing day two was... yeah, it was Lonely and Gorgeous with Shiori and Narissa, which was also really good. I had never heard that song before, but I really liked it. The dancing during that one, awesome. But like Korone was so energetic and fun during her song. Ina has really grown as a vocalist, so her doing solo was good. Oh, Iris was day one though. The Iris solo. I do like Iris a lot. I was a little jealous of that. I was wondering for a while, why did Fuwamoko get two solos? Because they had a solo day one, which was How to Be Battle. And then they had a solo day two, which was Shinkiro. I was like, what? But then I realized it's because there's two of them. So you could consider one of them like the Mokoko day, and then the other one was the Fuwawa day. So like, they both kind of get, you know, two of them, two solo. Like, there's two, exactly, yeah. So it made sense to me after I thought about it, but I was kind of surprised in the moment. I was like, really? I thought they went yesterday. If I was there, I'd be starting a mosh pit. Would be kind of hard given that the whole place was seated. But you know, you can try your best, I guess. I did think Fauna's another one kind of like Ina, where like not really known as a singer, but when I watched her solo in the day one thing, I was like, oh, she's definitely gotten better. Like, especially during her song with Mume. Like, because Mume is a really good singer, so I feel like it's hard to pair up with her if you're not also pretty confident or pretty good yourself. But I think Fauna did a really good job. I really want that song to come out. I really want it. I don't know what they're waiting for. They've been talking about it for a while. It's clearly already ready because they did it at the concert. Where is it? But yeah, it was like I said, I've been to over 90 shows. I love music. I love live music. There's something about, like, even though I'm a very low energy, like shy, introverted, homebody type, there's something about being at a concert with a crowd who's just really into a show. It's just like, it's so much fun. It's And I would definitely say that this Hololive concert was like, out of the 90 plus I've been to, it is definitely top 10. It might be top 5 for all the concerts I've been to. Like, the crowd was so into it the entire time. Everybody was so excited and chanting and singing along, and the light sticks. Like, okay, actually, question about the light sticks for people who know better than me. What does it mean? Like, I think you can see it in one of the earlier pictures. Okay, you can't really see it here. Like, there will be times where, let's say, like, I don't know. Let's say Gura is going, right? So her color is blue. But then there'll be a few people in the crowd who, like, switch the color to orange. And instead of, like, doing the light sticks at the same tempo as everybody else, the orange person is just, like, going crazy. I was like, I assume that it's something like the people who do that, like, that's their Kamiyoshi, and that's their way of showing, like, how ecstatic they are for that person or something. Like, is that... Because it would throw me off during the solos when I was at the show, because I had never seen that before. It was my first show that I've been to that had light sticks and stuff. I was like, why is that person... Like, everybody else is going, like, normal tempo, and then this person is going, like, fucking Mach 28, spinning them in circles in a different color. Like, what is going on? Wotage? Is that what it's called? Wotage? You do that for your Kamiyoshi. Okay, yeah. I was thinking it must be something along the lines of that, but that makes sense. Because I was like, you don't want them to think that you're, like, cheering for somebody else. Like, that wouldn't make sense. So I figured it was something in idol culture that I just don't really know. Hello, Kibichu. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a nice weekend. I do recognize your name, yes. Would have killed to feel the crowd when Gura started singing World Is Mine. I'm sure that was really... They basically saved Gura for the really big songs at the end. Like, they had Gura do World Is Mine at the end of the first day. Like, second to last song before the big group one. And then they had the Gura Ame Idol at the end of day 2. Like, they brought out the big guns. They brought out the Gura. Yeah. Ame usually does the less complicated parts of collabs in Japanese, but she carried one part in the Idol song, and I was so proud. She's the best in Ame. I was like, between the Ame solo... See, I'm kind of surprised that you thought day 1 had more highs, because you had the Ame solo day 2, and you had the Ame Same Idol. And then... Did Ame also MC day 2? Or day 1? I feel like it was day 2. But obviously, you know, it comes down to personal tastes with who your Oshis are, what types of songs are your favorites. Personally, I thought day 2 was better in terms of the set list and performances based on my preferences, but, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And like I said, I did really like the Kiara solo and the Mume Fauna song in day 1. A lot of fun. Highly recommend that any of my friends or any fans of Hololive who like live music, who just want to experience it, like, you gotta go. You gotta try and get tickets for the 3rd concert. Whenever it happens, if you have to travel and figure something out, I think it's still worth it. Like that, like I'm saying, I've been to a lot of shows, but it is by far one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. It was, I wish I could sound more excited about it if I wasn't still sick and kind of dead, but it was so much fun. Oh God. As soon as Blu-rays go up for that, I am buying the Blu-ray and I'm rewatching it. Yeah, I got to see 2 Hololive concerts, the Friday one and then the Saturday one. I will say I was kind of surprised they didn't do, or that Myth didn't go both days. I kind of thought they would have Myth. Like, when I saw the day 1 set list, and they had Myth and then Promise go, I was kind of thinking that day 2, they would have Myth open again, and then where Promise went on day 1, they would have Advent go. Because I was like, well, Myth has a few songs. They've been around for a while. They're the OGs. So having them started off both days, I felt like would be... That's just what I was expecting. So when Advent started it, and then they didn't do a Myth song on day 2, I was like, huh, that's kind of surprising. Like, I don't know. I was kind of thinking they might do like the Journey of 1,000 Years or whatever that one was called. Because I like that one a lot. I was like, oh, if they do that day 2, that'll be awesome. But no, they did the other Fuamoko song instead, which is totally fine. You know, I like Fuamoko a lot, so I was cool with it. Just reliving it through your pictures again. Getting emotional again. I feel you, man. So at the end, right? Like before, so they did Breaking Dimensions, and then they had that like dead period for a minute where people are chanting encore and whatnot. Like, you know, one more song. Of course, they're gonna do one more song. When they came back for the encore, and they had the clips playing of like each member's debut stream, and then like the Myth 3D, the Myth Anniversary, the Promise 3D, I was like, that made me tear up in the venue when they were playing those clips right before the encore song. I was like, no, I'm standing next to my friend, man. I can't let him see me like this. Don't do this to me. I was trying to hold it in, trying to stay strong. But yeah, I definitely teared up when they were, because it's like, you just think about how far they've come, right? Like, the English branch was, you know, like they were the first big company to have the English branch, and it was such an unknown. It was during the pandemic. They had so many things that they've had to work through. So then just thinking back on how far they've come over the last 4 years, essentially, to now selling out an iconic venue in New York City, like, it was something else, man. Definitely had the emotions there. Should have let them fly. Who knows? Maybe they'll catch me off guard in a future one. Your friend was crying too? I'll have to talk to him and see what's going on there. Get the deets from him. Also, hello Kirby, welcome. Hello Goku, welcome. Hope you're both having a nice week. Sorry if I sound dead. Sorry if I cough randomly. But that does it for my pictures of the convention and the concert, which means my slideshow is halfway done. And now everything that's left is pictures of merch that I bought. Yay! My favorite part of conventions. Well, this year my favorite part was the Hololive concert, but normally it's the merch. So we got about 40 slides of merch. Mostly prints, and basically the way that I set it up is that every slide is a different artist that I purchase something from, and I have the Twitter handle for every artist in the corner. So if you like any of the art that you see, any of the merch, if you're interested in following them or whatever, all of their ats will be in the corner. Or I tag them directly in my Twitter thread, so if you just go to my Twitter and find the picture, I have them tagged if that's easier than typing it in. Either way. Obviously, huge art fan, respect the artists. So I want to make sure they get the credit where credit is due. Anyway, some of the first things that I bought when I was there. Oh, you know what? I should slightly change the size of this because I'm covering part of the art. Okay. I do a little more. All right, we'll see if this works. So Lucid Sky, I mentioned them earlier. I showed a picture of their booth actually. So I got prints here of Summer Ereshkigal from Fate, one of my favorite characters from the game, who just got her summer alt. You got Ubel from Frieren in the middle there, and then Mau Mau from Apothecary Diaries on the right. So if you know me, You know, FGO, Fate, is my favorite gacha game. I've played that for 5 years now. So that was a no-brainer. I loved Frieren. I gave it a 10 out of 10. One of the very, very, very few times I've ever given something a 10. And I really liked Ubel's design. I don't know, Cashew and Nivi, I know you guys are watching it. Don't know if you've met her yet. Just met her. Okay. You're in for some good stuff. She's a good character. And then Mao Mao, I just finished Apothecary Diaries like 2 weeks ago. Actually, the day before I finished it on the train to the convention. Really liked that as well. Frieren, Apothecary Diaries, and Delicious in Dungeon. Those three are like knocking it out of the park this year. Loved all three of those. And Mao Mao was definitely my favorite character from Apothecary. She's the protagonist. So I was like, damn, Lucid Sky. Killing it. Right out of the bat. I've never played Roblox, Goku. Love the Mao Mao art. Good taste, Jack. Good taste. I'm glad. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be, not about the show. It's not the only Mao Mao art you're going to see. I got a lot of Mao Mao stuff. Basically, the main stuff that I look for at, or that I was looking for at this convention was anything Frieren related, anything Apothecary Diaries related, and then anything related to gacha games that I like. Those were my targets. Dungeon Meshi as well. I was looking for that type of stuff. Yeah, so I guess you could say my big three of the past year, Frieren, Apothecary, Dungeon Meshi, and then gacha. Like, those are the main things I was gunning for. Love Ubel's design. I'm 100% with you. Don't see green hair too often, but both Ubel and Mao Mao actually have green hair and green color schemes, which I like. And I really like the way that the thing they did with like Ubel's eyes, where they're always kind of like half closed. Like, I don't know, there's something about that that I really like. And then the outfit's good. You might also just get a general sense of my tastes as you see the types of art that I buy, like what types of things are emphasized. It's probably obvious just based on this first one. Yeah. All right. Why did the page not change? Because I was tabbed out. What am I thinking? Next up, Zizzy. Another artist that I have bought a lot of things from. So we got a Frieren one up top. This was a really common like motif that I saw in Frieren art at the convention. They very frequently would split the art in half with her previous party on one side and then her current party on the other side, which always made me emotional. How dare they play with me in all of this art? So you have, you know, like the way that, okay, so like this Frieren art specifically, right? Her original party on the right side, if you've seen it, you know what like the Starry Sky thing is referencing. But her back is to them, right? Because that's the past. She has moved on to her new party of Fern and Stark, and she's facing towards them. Like, she's glancing to the past because she can't forget the impact that they had, but her body is moving towards the new one. Like, there's a bunch of Frieren art that I saw there that did stuff like that, which I really like. But yeah. Under that, you have Dungeon Meshi, which again, one of my big ones that I tried getting a lot of art from. So you have the whole group eating together. I really liked Marcial and Laios from that series. Senshi, of course, great too. And then Full Metal Alchemist. It's like every once in a while you get a classic series where somebody comes up with a banger art for it. I'm like, okay. You know, Full Metal is, 15 years old, but Zizzy here randomly just busted out a good art. Thank you. That's in my top 5 of all time. So that was them. I buy a lot of stuff from them. You haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Nivi. What? You haven't seen it either, Cashew? Oh my god. It's like me when I say I've never seen any of, like... I feel like that's more egregious than me not having seen, like, Naruto and One Piece. Oh, you killed me with that. You guys gotta watch it. It's one of my only other 10 out of 10s. Oh. Backhat reacts to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's a long commitment. So, like, I feel like that would kind of be a pain for you guys to do on the channel, because I think it's 64 or 65 episodes. Like, you're committing to that for more than a year straight, if you were to react to it. So, like, it might be something that's just better to watch in your own time. Unless you do, like, 3 episodes at a time or something, but I don't know. You guys, you definitely gotta watch it, whether it's on your own time or not. Like, it is such a damn good show. It's a classic. So many good characters, so many memorable moments. I'm specifically talking about Brotherhood, Jack. I haven't seen the original, but I do know the general consensus is that Brotherhood is better. Any Zenless merch? There was a lot of Zenless art. I don't think I bought any, because I don't actually play Zenless, or really follow it, but yeah, there was a ton of Zenless art. I think the main girl, like, her name's Nicole, the one with the pink hair, she had a lot of art. And then who's the girl with, like, the shark tail? Is that like Ellen or something, or somebody else? She had a lot of art too. There was a lot of Genshin and Honkai stuff though. Roy, best character? I love Roy Jin. Yeah, he was really good. It's hard for me to pick a number 1. I think if I were to do a top 5 for Full Metal, it would be Ed, Winry, Roy, Scar. See, then the 5th is tough, because you have to pick between Alphonse, you have Hawkeye, like... Kimberly, I thought, was a really good character. But I guess you could definitely say, like, my top 4 are Ed, Winry, Roy, and Scar. Hello, Skylar. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Maybe we'll cross it one day. One day! I love Demon Slayer. It's a good show. I'm excited for the movies. I hope they don't take, like, 5 years to all come out, but I'm sure they're going to be a lot of fun. No problem, Skylar. You're always welcome to hang out. So this was another free run one. Bai Sao was the artist. Again, you can kind of see what I'm talking about with, like, a common motif in the free run art that I tended to buy. Himmel, barely on screen. You can tell he's there because free run is looking there and you can see his feet, and it's that field of blue flowers, which is from his hometown. But again, it's kind of sad. Like, it's a very bittersweet. Yeah, that's a good word to describe the free run art. Lots of bittersweet stuff. But I really liked this one. This felt like a painting. I finished my tea. I just have to move on to my water. Anyway, very good artist. This artist had a lot of really good original stuff too. But it was like day 3 when I bought stuff from them. So I didn't want to, like, go even more overboard than I already had. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for them at future conventions I go to, because, yeah, they had some original stuff that I would love to get. They had a really nice art book too, but they sold out of it. I would have gotten that if they still had it. But some of the prints, it was like really good environmental storytelling. It's hard to describe without actually seeing it, but really good artist. Definitely recommend. More free run. Can you guess what series I bought the most art from this year? This is Mako House. I've bought a lot of stuff from them in the past as well. Very cute one with Frieren and Himmel together again in the blue flower field, wearing the blue flower crowns. Frieren, of course, happy that they have a chest and some loot to go through. But yeah, it's bittersweet too, because it's like a what could have been. But I thought it was really pretty art. This artist, I think, does a lot of like Hoyo stuff. But when they do random anime things, like they did a Skip and Loafer that I got, I don't remember if it was earlier this year or last year, but I thought that was good. Ying's art. So this was interesting because all of their stuff was like watercolor. So it's an art style that you really don't see often. But I thought they were really nice. So first of all, they had a sign of affection as one of the arts that they had. Like, I really liked that series. It's a really cute romance. And this was like the only... No, I saw one other booth that had a sign of affection art. Excuse me. But this one was really good. What I absolutely loved from this booth, though, was the Mao Mao in the middle. Like, that is from one of the really good scenes early on in the series, in my opinion. And they just nailed, like, her look in it, the overall tone of it. The picture that I took doesn't really do it justice. For whatever reason, the picture's kind of dark. The art's a lot lighter in person. But, yeah. And then on the far right, you have Frieren again. What do you know? Another Frieren. I'm a big anime fan, Skylar, yes. My favorite ones of all time are Planet After Story, Gurren Lagann, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, A Place Further Than the Universe, Steins Gate. Those are my top 5. Yeah. And then some other ones that I like a lot would be like Dr. Stone, Vinland Saga, Pompo the Cinephile, Summertime Rendering, K-On!, Bocchi the Rock. What about you? What are your favorites? Fate. Fate is also good, yes. I like the game more than the anime, personally, but I do like the anime a lot. I think it's in my top 25. If it's not in my top 25, then it's in like my top 30, 35. Fate Babylonia is definitely in my top 25. Fate Unlimited Blade Works, I think, is pretty close. This was Rasuri. So Rasuri is probably an artist that a lot of you guys might recognize because she's done a lot of work for Hololive. And she's also done she did Iron Mouse's model. Or Iron Mouse has a lot of models. She's done at least one of Iron Mouse's models. But she does a ton of work for like VTuber companies and other like games and merch and stuff like that. So shocker, I got her Frieren and Fern set, which I thought was really nice. They're actually two different prints, but when you put them together, they like form, like you can see the line barely going down the middle, but it does form one picture. Like you can see the puddle from Fern like extends into the Frieren run. The branch from Frieren extends into Fern. Like it's cool how putting them together makes a bigger picture. And then on the far right, that is her OC, who she actually also streams as a VTuber as. Rasu is the name of her VTuber. So I really like that character design. Like I've said many times, I like reds and pinks for hair and eyes and stuff. So yeah, her design is right up my alley, and I thought it was a really nice art. I also got some charms from her. So, like I said, I don't often get charms, but every once in a while I do get some. And I picked up these 3 from her. So you had Kita from Bocchi the Rock. Very excited. The Frieren one in the top right, I really like the art, and it's actually, you can't really see in the picture, but it's 3D. So there's like 2 planes to the printing. Frieren herself is at the very front, And then the starry sky is printed like at the back. So when you're holding it and you're looking at it, like there's actually depth to the keychain, basically, that makes it seem more like three-dimensional. I thought it was really neat. And then the bottom is her OC again. That's her Rasu OC. Banner as follows: Hello Kitty, Sailor Moon, Magical Doremi, Amtaro, Kirby, Sonic, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, Doraemon, Powerpuff, Mega, My Hero, Attack on Titan, Death Note. Got a lot of classic series in there. I'm not fully caught up on My Hero. I have to go back to that at some point. But I did finish the manga. Attack on Titan and Death Note, I did both watch both of those and like those. Pokemon's a classic. I liked that a lot when I was growing up as well. So this was one of my personal favorites. Yumi Tang was the artist. I had never seen them before. This is the first convention out of like the 10 I've been to that I've seen them, but I loved their art style. And also, it's kind of hard to see in these pictures, but the gold parts of these art, they're actually like printed in a holographic. So like when you're moving the print around, like the gold is really shiny and it really makes the art pop. So on the far left, you have Dungeon Meshi, again, the full group eating together. Middle is Frieren. I really like just the scene of that. And then on the right, you have Farina from Genshin Impact. So that's one of the examples of, I don't play Genshin, but I do like the character designs a lot. So if I see a design that I like and the art is also up my alley, then I will still buy prints for it. Farina is one of the designs that I do like a lot from Genshin. Farina, Yoimiya, Yellen, I assume it's Yellen. Hu Tao. I think like Shinobu. Those are the ones I like a lot. Need to make time for anime. There's so many good ones out there, Honda. You definitely gotta. This year has been real. Last year was really good. This year's been really good so far. But yeah, I really liked this artist and their style and the gold like holographic. I thought it was kind of a trend this year, honestly. Like I hadn't seen it happen too often in previous years, but this year there was a lot of stuff that had like that holographic print going on. Glad you think so, Skylar. Thank you. Hello, Ethan. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's keep going. Oh, you know what? I had saved a video trying to show off the gold thing, but I don't think I actually... We're gonna have to skip over that. I forgot to actually like send the video to my computer. So, alas. Okay, Athena Worm. So here's your Nikkei merch, Jack. You got a Rappy in the middle. That was my one Nikkei thing that I found that I wanted to buy. On the far left, you have a bunch of the FGO altars. Saber Altar, Saber Lancer Altar. Or, sorry, you should say Saber Altar, Lalter, Okita Altar, and John Altar. And then Frieren on the far right, which again, it's very bittersweet, I feel, how you have her current party at the top and then the reflection of her former party in the bottom. But I really like it. Like, I really liked the artists were going with that for their Frieren art. The one thing that I was kind of surprised with is that they didn't put, I'm blanking on the guy's name, the priest from her original party under Fern, because like they put the dwarf under Stark and you know he was like the teacher for Stark, so I kind of thought they might put him under Fern, but that's like a super minor thing. Because like you want to have Frieren and Himmel together and it makes sense to have Frieren and Himmel in the middle, so like I get that there was no ideal way to organize that. Either way, I really liked the Frieren art, and then I was happy to see a nice Rappy art. And then of course I'm always glad to see Fate stuff. So Spice, yeah, I usually don't, but every once in a while I'll get something that's a little more on the ecchi side if I like the art or the character, and this is an example of one that was along those lines. Channel Fate found. Yeah, there you go. It's finally some Fate here. This was Ma Draws. So if you are in the Hololive fandom, you might have seen this artist before. They do a bunch of Hololive stuff. So surprise, surprise, they also had a free run, and I also got their free run. And then I got the Promise/Council mashup on the far side, and then a Bay in the middle. Council is my personal favorite gen from Council/Promise, or Council-Risk, I guess you could say. My personal favorite gen from Hololive in general, not just English, like as a whole. So definitely was glad to see they actually had a picture like this for every single gen, every single English gen, every single Japanese gen, every single ID gen. They had a group picture of all of them, like a print for each one. So if you like this art style and if you like Hololive, you might have spent a lot of money at this booth. But you're going to see a lot of these booths I have 3 pictures from, because most of them do buy 2 get 1. So usually I'll do 3 unless I really, really, really like a bunch of stuff, and then I might do like 6. There are a couple that I got like 6 or 8 things from, I think, but most of them are 3. Sana, was Sana one of your Oshis, Nivi, before she graduated? I'd be broke. Yeah, this was definitely one of the best booths if you like Hololive. I actually also got an art book from them. So you can guess based on the name what the theme of the art book is. I took a couple pictures to the side of what it's actually like when you're flipping through it. I really like their art style. I think it's good stuff. But they have a picture for every single Hololive member in this book, and then some bonus ones. I did specifically pick the Mio one because I know that you like Mio, and I figured if you ended up watching the stream, then that would be a nice Easter egg. So that's for you, Cashew. And I guess this works for Nivi too, because Kiara. What do you know? This is the Batcat page. But yeah, this artist is really good. If you like Hololive stuff, you should definitely check them out. And it's a nice art book. KFP? KFP, KFP. Yeah. So this was D Dang Art. I believe Daniel Dang Art is the full name. So again, buy 2 get 1. We got Jalter on the left, some more Fate representation, yay. Perrin from Pokemon in the middle. I actually still haven't played that DLC, but I really like her design. And then on the right is Yuzuriha from Hell's Paradise, who was my favorite character in that series, by far. Really like her design, and I feel like, even though I feel like the show was relatively popular, right? But like at Anime NYC last year, and this year, and the other cons I've been to, like in the past year and a half, I think this is the only time I've seen a Yuzuriha art. I was like, is this not a popular show? Is she not like the most popular character from this show? What's going on? Where's the Yuzuriha art? Either way, I really liked this guy's, so that was like a no-brainer for me to pick that up. Love the Hell's Paradise art. Ooh, you also a fan of that? I know they have a season 2 announced. I don't think they've said when, but yeah, I really liked her. Crazy Yuri explanations FGO channel. Oh, are you saying that's a good FGO channel, Yuri? Or Crazy Yuri? I haven't seen them before, but I'll have to look them up. I still have to do my FGO like tier list at some point. All like 300 servants. It would take me an entire stream to do that for sure. But I think it would be fun. And see why Leo likes her design? Exactly. I mean, I think she's a really interesting character too. Like, I was most interested in her character. Her and the main character. Benimaru, I think, was that his name? Or something like that. Oh wait, no, is Benimaru the guy from Slime? I forgot. And then the assassin, or the sword girl, I forgot her name too. Was it like Yamada? Or it started with a Y, I think. She was interesting. Sagiri, yes. Why was I thinking Yamada? I don't know. I feel like she's going to have a really good character arc over the whole series. Like, there are hints of it, I feel like, especially towards the end of the first season. I feel like by the time the series is over, especially if it ends up having like a bittersweet or kind of like tragic ending, I feel like the way that her character would play into it would be really good. And they had such a big cliffhanger at the end of the first season. I was so annoyed. Like, come on, give me season 2, man. This artist, Majesty of Colors. So I only got this charm, but I thought it was really cute. Nijika from Bocchi the Rock. So some of you may know, but Nijika is my favorite character from Bocchi the Rock, for sure. And it was a double-sided keychain, so this is the front and the back. I really like a lot of the artists who do Bocchi the Rock keychains. They have them like looking normal on one side, and then they're like super happy having fun on the other side. Like, I really like that. Like the this one, the Kita one, I didn't take a picture of the front and back, but it is double-sided. And on the other side, she's like eyes closed, like super excited, like the big closed-eyed smile. I love the big closed-eyed smiles. Like, I don't know. I eat those up. I think they're super cute. But that's what's on the back of this one. Yeah, I thought that was a cute Nijika one. And then this was Starlight Red. So I got 2 charms from them, which was Pikachu cosplaying as some Dungeon Meshi characters. You have Pikachu as Marcial on the left, and then Pikachu as Senshi on the right. And then I also got this Misty print from them, which you don't see Pokemon ones too often, but for those who don't know, the voice actor for Misty actually just passed away, I think about a month ago. So I'm pretty sure I was talking to the artist, and all sales for this Misty print, they donated all of the sales to breast cancer research, because I believe that's what the voice actress passed away from. So I mean, Pokemon was a big part of my childhood growing up. It's still one of my all-time favorite franchises. So obviously I was sad when I heard the news. I thought it was a nice art. And of course, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they specifically drew this after the news came out. And that's why, like, Misty and the Pokemon are all kind of sad and crying. But I was like, I have to get it. Like, that's a no-brainer. And it's for a good cause, too. I was glad. I thought it was nice that they were donating all the stuff. She was also Jessie. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that Misty and Jessie were the same voice actress. But, like, it's an iconic voice performance. It's an iconic character, so it was very sad. But I did really like this print. That's cool of them. Yeah. It was a good cause. Those are the best purchases, when you get something you like and the proceeds go to a great cause. I completely agree. Oh yeah, and Jigglypuff, you're right. I forgot about that. Alright. So this artist, I loved this artist's stuff. Sir Dinosaur. All of their stuff was basically movie posters for different anime. That's what, like, they have the titles on it with this. I was like, this is one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen. So I got like 6 things from them. This was the first batch of 3, which was Frieren Fern and Nier Automata. It's just so cool. Like, of course, Frieren with, you have freaking her original party are the clouds in the back. Frieren herself looking at the blue flowers in front of her, like, oh my god, every single Frieren art is so bittersweet. Like, you cannot escape it. But I really liked that. The Fern one, like, just the colors and that I thought really popped. And then the Nier one is super pretty. One on the right's gorgeous. Nier. Wow, a lot of fans of the Nier one here. It's too bad I'm kind of covering it, but you can see A2 and 9S are also in the background there. Great game, great art. So I bought these 3 the first time I went to see them. I was like, holy shit, this is cool. And then I think I bought these on Friday. And then on Saturday, I came back to buy more because I was like, no, there's too many good ones. I need to have more. There were actually even more from them that I was interested in that I couldn't get because they sold out before I got there. Can you believe that? Like, they sold out. Some of these prints were so good that they sold out by Saturday morning. They had another Nier one. They had a Nier replicant one where it was Kaine in the front, and I think like Emil might have been in the back. I was like, no! How did I miss that one? It would have paired so well with the Automata one. Wish I got 2B and Nikke. I actually started playing Nikke because I saw the collab and I wanted to get 2B. Luckily, I did get 2B, but I didn't get A2. And then this was the other set of 3 that I got from them. So this is Star Rail and Persona. So I'm pretty sure Acheron, I think, or Acheron. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I thought that was one of the coolest arts I've ever seen. Whatever that like planet supernova looking thing going on in the back, I was like, holy shit, that is so cool. Like, I don't even have words. It's just beyond cool. Firefly in the middle I thought looked cool, and then that's Persona 3 on the right, which I finished the month before the convention. Just about a month before. And I thought it was cool how they, like, you know, on the full moon, which is the night that shit goes down in Persona all the time, they had, like, the art over the full moon. Memento Mori at the top. The fall at the bottom. Like, it really fits the tones, I feel. Honkai ones are cool. Love the Firefly one. I was really torn because I was doing another buy 2 get one, and the Acheron or Acheron, again, I don't know how to pronounce it. That one and Persona were 2 I was definitely getting, and then I was debating between Firefly and I think maybe an Attack on Titan one for the 3rd one, and I ended up going Firefly because my college buddy who I was with thought it looked cool because he's into mechs and Gundam and stuff like that. I was like, all right, I'll go with that one. But it does look really nice, I think. But yeah, that artist was super good. They had a ton of good stuff, so definitely recommend checking out their Twitter. So then this booth, I just got a bunch of charms from. So Morino Hitos, I have bought from them before. And so the main thing I was getting was these 5 charms on the left side, which you have a Freerin sprawled out on top of Fern, which I thought Fern is looking annoyed. That's super cute. Himmel handsome. Fern being annoyed. We got Mint. Like, hello. Mint, one of my Oshis right there. Was glad to see that. And then Marcel. And then they had a deal where if you spent, I think it was at least $50, which I did, you got a fan for free. So I got this Freerin fan here. And actually, so funny story with this one. I saw them at a previous convention. Didn't know they were going to be at this one. But the shirt that I was wearing this day is a shirt that I bought from them at the previous convention that I saw them at. And when they realized I was wearing their shirt, they were like, oh shit, that's so cool. And then they gave me a sticker for free. So that little Freerin sticker next to my head was, they're like, oh, thanks for coming back. Here's a free sticker. So I got the Freerin sticker. Like, oh, that's cool. Thank you. They were really nice. You definitely should check them out. They actually responded, like, when I did my thread, they were like, oh, I remember you. Thanks for coming back. I was like, oh, making me feel so good. But yeah, I really like, they do really cute charms. Freerin sleeping on Fern is so cute, right? I thought it was so good. Minto, yeah, I figured you would like that one, Cashew. Spoiler, it's not the first time you're going to see Mint in this merch haul. I may or may not have a little bit more Mint coming down the line. I like the one with purple hair and the pointy ears. Oh, so you're saying the Fern one and then the Freerin one, yeah. Good taste, Armando. Bannerin. I want to see if I can get the picture. Oh, so actually that shirt that I showed a picture of earlier, the one of Freerin in the chest, the loot chest thing, that was actually also a shirt that they designed that I bought. And the Bochi shirt that I wore on the second day, that was also a shirt that they designed. They're so good. I definitely recommend them. I want to see if I can find my picture of the other stuff I got from them. Because I got, I got a bunch of other charms from them at a previous convention that I also thought were pretty cute. Scrolling. Gonna be around here. Going through all my freaking old tweets. Where is it? There it is. Oh, and I have a picture of the shirt in that one too. Perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna save these pictures real quick and then I'll show them on screen. Okay, so pull up an image, new image. Oh my god, it's a gigantic picture. So that's the shirt that I was wearing the first day that I had the picture of, which this artist also did. And then this Bochi shirt next to it, that's the shirt that I was wearing on Saturday. That's the one where they recognized the shirt and they were like, oh, that's our shirt. Yeah. They had some other shirts too that I thought were cute, but these are the ones I got. Isoku Band, yes. Forest people? Oh, were you talking about elves? And then the other charms that I had gotten from them were... It was a lot of free run stuff again, I think. Probably gonna come up gigantic. Yep. So, you're gonna see some, again, repeated designs, because I really like some of the designs. But these 8 up top were the charms that I got from them at the previous convention that I saw them at. So you had the Freerin with the big ears, the Freerin getting eaten, Freerin Chew. There was Steins Gate, they had Elsai Kongru, Bochi Nijika and Kita from Bochi the Rock, and then another Bochi of her in the box. It's like, I don't know, I think their charms are just ridiculously cute. Like, they do a great job of just coming up with these cute and memorable designs. Bochi desu. Gotta make an Eevee version of that. These 4 on the bottom were a different artist. But there were some Hololive ones I got at a previous convention I went to. Big Sana, Mogu Mogu, Okayu, Yabirus, and then Aqua from Konosuba with her classic pause scream. Anyway, that's not this convention, that was a prior one, but an example of when I do, at times, decide to get some charms because I think they're cute. I have a big, I have like a bin that I put all my charms and stuff in. I want to put them on like a corkboard at some point so I can just hang them and display them all, but I need room. I need to get a corkboard. Alright, I'm gonna pop those off the screen again. And we can go back to this. Alright, so again, yeah, that was Morino Hitos. Very nice of them to give me the free sticker. I definitely appreciated it, and very good artist. Very cute stuff. Alright, next up. This artist was so good. Their style was crazy. Tamago Nashi. So again, beautiful Freerin one on the far left with Himmel and Freerin. Again, playing with the distance, playing with them like, you know, I think the Freerin part is more light because she's still alive. The Himmel part is darker because he's dead. But you know, she's still looking back and remembering him, and he's still fondly watching over her. Like, my heart. Really nice use of the colors too. Miku in the middle, which I thought looked really nice. And then on the far right, that's actually more Fate. That's Oberon from Fate. He's one of my favorite guy characters from the series. I'm gonna pull this over slightly so that you can see a little better. Yeah, I liked how imposing he looks in there. Miku? Big Miku fan, Honda? I actually have a figure of her in that outfit. It's probably my favorite figure. She looks super pretty. Leo will need at least a 4,000 square foot house to display all this collections. Yeah. Gonna have to save up a lot, and it's hard to save when I just keep buying more anime merch. One day. I have a picture in my head of how I want to organize all my stuff. One day I'll do it. Just have to keep saving. And wait for the market to not be shit. Absolute shit. Thought that was the Maglord for a second. Oh, on the far right. I could see it from a quick glance. No, he's very angry. Not somebody who you want to get on his bad side. Fuck you up. I actually do have a little postcard of Holostars too. I got it at a previous convention I went to. Do I have that picture saved? Oh, but I think it was last year. So if it was last year, I'm doing like the fastest scroll of my Twitter media page in human history. Let's see if I posted them. We're in June, so we would be getting close. Would be right around here. I could have sworn I posted pictures of it. Huh, maybe not. Oh, I found a picture of the other Bochi shirt that I was wearing. Go figure. Excuse me. All right, let me pop that up real quick. Ba-ba-ba. Image source. Come to me. Boom. So this is the other Bochi shirt that I have. This is what I wore on Sunday. This is also what I wore to the Hololive concert. So when I said it was like her signature, it's just a plain black shirt with like the big Bochi signature on the front. I like to try and wear some anime adjacent merch when I go to the conventions and stuff. Didn't know that was Miku. It is, yeah. She has a bunch of different outfits. Yeah, that's the... It's like a... Is it Cheapao? Is that what they're called? Something like that. And then I have this little Bochi badge here. I love her expression in that. Bochi has the best faces, I swear to God. Pretty sure I have a lot of just random Bochi charms and stuff. But yeah, I like that shirt a lot. Love that shirt. Thank you, Cashew. I appreciate that. I just spilled my water on myself. All right, can take that away again. Boom. Back to the art. Art. Making good progress. All right, so Melty Rice. So Melty Rice is also an artist that I have bought a lot from over the years. I've actually commissioned her in the past, potentially in another life. I might have commissioned some art from her. I actually have a hand-drawn art piece from her that I've commissioned as well. What she used to do at conventions, I don't know if she does it anymore, because she's gotten a lot more popular now. Good for her. I'm glad for her. But she used to do at conventions, if you went on like Friday, you could commission a hand-drawn piece from her. So she would like sketch and draw this hand-drawn thing of a character and pose and stuff of your choice. So I think I've done that from her like twice. So I have like 2 physical things that she's drawn, and then I commissioned like a digital one. But she does really good art. She does a lot of Honkai and Genshin stuff, but in this case, I got a Frieren, a Mau Mau, and then the far right is Dea, I believe, from Genshin Impact. So there you go, Cashew, if you want to do some research. That is Dehya. Dehya is how you spell it. I guess if she had white hair, it would be a little bit more up your alley, but yeah, really like her design. Actually, fun fact, for you, Cashew, if you ever want to play Genshin, I don't really play. I have an account. I log in every once in a while just to roll gacha because I like gacha. But Genshin right now, because they just released their big 5.0 update, they're giving away, you can pick a 5-star character for free. And she's one of the options that you can pick for free. And I actually downloaded the whole 80 gigabyte game so I could re-log into my account just so I could pick her as the free character. So now I have her. I got to do that just for the free SSR, right? It's hard to turn that down. It's a free SSR. So you can get hand-drawn art. You can, Armando, yes. It's much, much, much rarer than digital art. But usually at conventions, you can find at least a handful of artists who will do hand-drawn art at the convention. They'll come with prints. Usually what they do is they have a helper at the table. So the helper will sell prints and stuff, and then the main artist is doing the commissions during the convention. So I think I've done that, I want to say 3 times. I've done 2 from Melty Rice and then 1 from a different artist, who I got, Musashi from Fate. She's not a cat, but she has the cat ears. What is she, Jack? Girl on the right does have impressive abs, but the flowers in the middle one are pretty. Yes, I loved the way they did the background for the Mau Mau in the middle. Super, super good stuff. I believe it's a reference to one of the last few episodes as well. Oh, it's just headwear, really? So she just walks around with a cat ear headband? Damn. Hello, Wasabi. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. You came in the middle of my little art haul. I think we're just about halfway through it, yeah. Well, we're almost done with the art stuff, and then I have some other non-art stuff. But yeah, that was Melty Rice. Very good artist. I've followed her for years. Commissioned her. Very nice. Very good to work with. Definitely recommend. So this is Yueko, which she is a huge artist. She is super popular. I think her art style is 10 out of 10. Again, another nice Freerin art, another sad Freerin art with her previous party in the background that, saying goodbye to the past, moving forward to the future. Freerin can't really forget, and that's why she's looking back. But she also did a buy two get one. I was really considering getting more, but the problem I have is that every convention I go to, I start finding artists that I like a lot, so then I start making it a priority that I always go to their tables at conventions year after year. And over the years, I start to gradually buy all of the stuff they have that I like or that I know. So then it gets to the point where I just have to see if they have anything new that has come out in the past year. And in this case, I felt bad not doing a buy two get one because I like her stuff a lot. But I had gotten so much of all of the other ones over the past few years that this was the main new thing. I was like, okay, I'll just do the one. The style is super cool. I love her stuff. Do I have a picture of... I got this really nice, cafe one. It's an original character that she has. Do I have a picture of that? Yeah, she has a really good style. And she has hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. She's really popular. Come on, where's my convention hall picture? Probably easier if I just search. Leo Lovelace, VT. Yueko. I do! Wow, I actually... Look at me. So smart. And I have the specific picture I was looking for. So I'll pop those up on the screen too, and you guys can see more of the other art I've bought from her in the past. All right, I'm just going to open up. Let's open up this one again. All right, I'm gonna replace this image with some more Yueko stuff. So I got this one from her in the past. So the left is not Yueko. The left is a different artist. I believe their name is like Raiko. Really nice Lucy though. The right side is Yueko again, which is Kurisu from Steins Gate. Really, really nice. Lucy, all caps. Big fan of Lucy Jin. Scientist switch to paint collector and treasure hunter. I might as well be with how much I like merch. Yeah. Yeah, I loved that Lucy too. And I'm always glad to see Kurisu stuff. And then I have one other picture of Yueko stuff I've gotten. So you got a Spy Family one from her on the left. And then the right is, that's her OC. That's one of her OC arts. I love that art. That is so good. I'm gonna have to rotate it so you can see it better. Blow it up. I love that. That is a 10 out of 10 piece of art right there. Let me tell you. I think it's just called the Flower Shop. Like, that's what she advertises it as. But that's her OC, the character. She has a bunch of art of her. Lucy has to be one of my favorite designs. She is definitely up there. I completely agree, Nibby. Banana cat. Yeah, the little banana cat at the bottom there. And on the right's amazing. Good taste, Armando. Could you imagine getting a hand drawn? I can't. It would be so expensive. But I do love me some art, let me tell you. So it looks like I got this from her Anime NYC last year. All right. Anyway, great artist. Definitely recommend. All right, next up, Pictolita. So I've bought a bunch of art from her in the past as well. So you can see here we got, I'm gonna pull this over to the side a little bit more because it's still slightly cut off. So we got two Dungeon Meshy ones and then another Mau Mau. I really liked the amount of artists who like went hard with the flowers and herbs and stuff as the background for Mau Mau, given how integral that is to her character. But yeah, I really like their style too. They do really cute Eurocamp stuff, if anybody is into that series. And they also do some good dress-up darling stuff. I have a bunch of stuff from her of Marine. Excuse me. Do I have any of those pictures saved? My big thread here that I have pulled up? Scroll, 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 scroll. What do you... Oh, they also have good Bochi stuff. I forgot about that. All right, I'm going to save those and pop those up on the screen too. Man, this artist is good. But this is another case of like, I've bought so much from them in the past that I, holy shit, I got 9 things from them at Anime NYC last year. Oh my god. All right, bring this back. You guys can see some more examples of stuff I've bought from them. Boom. Marine. And Bochi. I wish I had better lighting in that picture. So there's one. Another one. Boom. More Bochi. I love how everybody else in the Bochi one on the left is so excited, and then you have crying Bochi up front and center. And then in the right one, like, oh my god, it kills me that, first of all, Nijika front and center, deserved. Second of all, Bochi hiding in the background. Like, you can barely see her in the back behind that record that she's holding. Everybody else is normal, and then she's just like the little gremlin hiding. Like, this artist did such a good job of capturing the personalities of the characters in these. It's so good. Bochi is me. I am Bochi. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to get like the Nivi version of some of those keychains of the Bochi Desu. Do like a Nivi Desu. I did a little too many N's there. Love the one on the right so much. It's so good. It's definitely one of my favorite prints that I've gotten as of late. So that's one. Here's another one. This is Trigun on the left, which I know that cat has seen at least. And then Spy Family on the right. Again, Pictolito again. Or Pictolita. I like that one. Wait a second. I don't think I saved one of the pictures. Yeah, this picture didn't save. Oh, it did. I see. I just missed it. Okay. So that was that one. And then we have this one. Double dose of Marine. I think, well, on the left, it's Marine, and then the other girl who cosplayed. Is that like Sejuna or something like that? Sejuna? Ijuna? I don't, it was something with an I, or an S and an I. So they're together on the left, and then Marine and her cosplay on the right. I like all the pinks and stuff in that one. Really makes it, like, pop. Trigun had a gun? It does have a gun, yes. Lots of guns. And then I had one other from them, which I think was Legend of Zelda. I actually don't even play a whole lot of Zelda, but I really like the art, so I was like, why not? Oh, I didn't put it on screen. Oops. So yeah, this left one with Link and Zelda, also the same artist as all these other ones. The right, the Yor is a different artist, who I bought a lot of stuff from at Anime NYC last year. Yeah, I like the Zelda one a lot. All right, take that one away. And back to the current Anime NYC stuff. So this artist, I love their style. Like, godly. 10 out of 10. I love the way they draw faces. So this is Sayertz. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you have Hilda from Pokemon on the left. And then Mau Mau, very, very pretty Mau Mau on the right. But that's not all. I got more from this artist because they're so good. On the next slide. But I like to leave each one up for a little bit to make sure everybody gets to see it. Favorite style so far, right? There's a lot of really good artists with a lot of really good styles, but this one is definitely up there. They were super nice too. I talked to them for a little bit. They have a Dawn that I absolutely love. For those who don't know, Dawn is my favorite Pokemon character. And they have like my favorite Dawn art of all time, essentially. Do I have a picture of that one saved? I do. Wow, look at me. I'm so good about taking pictures of my prints. Oh. Okay, this isn't the same artist. I just got distracted. I just saw this other print I have for my Hololive Oomfies in chat. I have this nice one of another Holo Council one where they just become the blob and a Corone. But I really like this Council one. I believe this was before. Was this after Sonic? When did Sonic graduate? Was it summer of 2022? I got this at Anime NYC 2022. So this was 2 years ago. Can I rotate that? Boom. Look how happy they all are. Well, Crony's not smiling, but that's Crony. Love the Pokemon one. Good taste, Jack. Good taste. Yeah, I basically have pictures of all of my prints. Just takes me a second to find them sometimes. So is this the one? Oh yeah, so this is the Sayerts artist again. They've done a decent amount of Pokemon stuff, so I bought from them in the past. So they have a Misty one on the left, and then that, I believe, is that Leaf? Oh no, that's Lyra on the right, I think. Either Leaf or Lyra. But I like how they just have like an out in nature type thing, like human and Pokemon hanging out. Really pretty stuff. Water themed on the left because Misty, grass themed on the right because I believe Lyra is a grass trainer. Squirtle Squad. Yeah, I can never get enough of the Squirtle Squad. And then this was the one that I was specifically talking about. So again, the left is, it's another Dawn, but this one of Dawn laying down, like that's one of my all-time favorite prints I've ever bought. Like I said, she's my favorite Pokemon character. Pokemon's one of my all-time favorites. I just think that's super pretty. And that is Sayerts again. So if you like her style, definitely recommend following her. I don't think the Spy Family was her. I might be wrong. It is. Oh, no, it is her. So the Spy Family is also Sayerts. I had to double check my list. But yeah, so that is that one. Excuse me. All right, take that away. Actually, let me fix it. Bring that back. Okay. So then the other stuff I got from her is, drum roll, more Freerin. Wow, shocker. Sayerts with some more 10 out of 10 stuff. I really like the Freerin on the left. Again, very pretty. And then the one on the right, I thought was a nice compilation of some of her more funny faces and hairstyles from the anime. Got the smug one at the top left. I believe that's when she had the magic liquid that melts clothes. Got the kissy face, of course. Got the drill hair. Freerin Borger. Their shading is so nice, right? They're very, very talented, for sure. Starting to get the feeling that you liked Freerin. Wow. Now, Cashew, Ame would be proud of you for that one. Let me tell you, the detective work that you must have pulled off to come to that conclusion. Oh my goodness. Amelia Watson's going to be in contact to hire you. Freerin one looks like it could be a phone wallpaper. I could definitely see that being a good wallpaper, yeah. Holding the clothes melting potion. Mm-hmm. Was the line that she said during that scene something like, my master told me that men really like it when you give them this gift, or something like that? It's like, oh my god. What are you teaching her? Freerin flirty Himmel KO? Yeah. Yeah, the KO on Himmel there on the far right. I loved Himmel's reaction to that. It's so good. I have another artist who did like a really pretty, kind of similar style to this. They're probably going to be coming up pretty soon. I think we're getting towards the end of the art that I bought. Okay, this is not who I was thinking, but different artist. Wow, what do you know? It's more Freerin stuff. Who saw that coming? Dario, artist here. We got individual prints for Freerin, Fern, and Yubel again. Nice stuff. And then I believe I got 3 more from this artist. They were also pretty nice. I talked to them for a little bit. There's not great Wi-Fi there. And I was trying to pay with card, and the connection was taking a while to go through. So we were just chatting a little bit while I was waiting for the payment to actually process. They were nice. And then these are 3 more from the same artist. I am obsessed with the Nazuna one, okay? As soon as I saw that when I was walking by, I internally lost it. That is an incredible piece of work right there. And then we also got a cute Yor and a nice Aqua. But the Nazano one, man. Man, oh man. Do I like that outfit? Fan hidden Freerun? I am definitely a Freerun fan, Jin, yes. Huge fan. One of my favorite anime of the last few years, for sure. Gonna ask if you saw any Nazuna stuff. I think this might have actually been the only one that I saw. I'm kind of surprised. Again, it's another one of those, like, there are certain series that you just, like, you know, okay, that's definitely gonna be all over the place. Like Freerun, I knew it was gonna be all over. Dungeon Meshi, I knew it was gonna be all over. But then there's other random ones where, like, it's a popular series, but it just doesn't really stick in Artist Alley. And I think Call of the Night is one of those. Like, I really like the character designs in that series, and I feel like it was pretty popular when it aired. Like, a lot of people watched it. But not last year and not this year. Like, so what? It came out, I think it was summer of 20... Was it summer of 2023 or 2022 that came out? I've been to at least 3 conventions since it came out, if not either 3 or 5. Barely ever see any art from that series. But I love that one. That is a great piece of art. Her design is so cool, great for art, right? I love her outfit. Maybe with season 2, maybe it will pick up some steam. I know they announced it. I'm going to run real quick because I drank all my tea and also all my water, so I need to get another water. And also go to a quick idle meeting because of how much I drank. So I'll be back in hopefully like 1 minute for the rest of the merch. Okay, I'm back. That was a little longer than a minute. I know I am incapable of properly estimating time. Gomen. But I got 2 drinks, so it was a little different. I got another water, and I also got a root beer. I wanted something with some flavor. Oh, you might have actually heard me opening the can there. I noticed the input pick up for a second. See Nivi idol meeting. I'm a vampire, not an idol, so I go on pee breaks. You did go on a couple on your stream, yeah. I remember your nice little sauntering off screen where you were just like, oh, excuse me, I'll be right back. Oh, I couldn't go all the way off. Oh, no. I messed it up. All right. Excuse me, I'm just going to leave now. I'm going to redo that. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Here we go. Yeah. Adjust myself a little bit there. How did that just pop up on screen again? Okay. But that's true. Yeah. Vampires have their own rules. Not that I'm really an idol. I was talking about picking up dog poop earlier, which is not very idol-like. And I bought an ecchi art earlier, so I don't know. Wannabe idol. Base Nivi. Cashew bullying Nivi even here for sure. No, not A and W. I have a Barks. I do like A and W a little bit more than Barks because I like I like the little bit of vanilla that they add in the A and W. People say vanilla is boring, but personally, I really like vanilla. As a flavor, as a scent. Like, if somebody was wearing like a vanilla perfume around me, I'd be like, God damn. That's what I'm talking about. Like vanilla scented soap that I just wash my hands with. 10 out of 10. It is a good bit, yes. Not say so stream. I know a couple unsay so idols. This is, I mean, Marina's out there, Iris is out there, Matsuri's out there. That's true. Vanilla's goated. I like Coke Vanilla. Coke Vanilla is good. I do like that. Hey, girl, you wearing that Nilla? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm sure that's a good pickup line. Not gonna run away and, Why are you smelling me, you creep? Sorry, I just got a big-ass schnoz who wants to hunt out the vanilla. What can I say? You saw my freaking gargantuan nose in the It Way Out, or, what the hell was the game that you were playing yesterday? Something Way Out. A Way Out. Yeah, A Way Out. I was like, It Way Out. That doesn't make any sense. A Way Out. There we go. Leo confirmed big nose. Poor guy passed away. Nah, that's not... We can't have that be the canon ending. Nah. Still talking about his nose. He's never gonna live that one down. No. I forgot. I totally forgot that I put this picture in here. I have a big aqua... I can't speak. I don't know if any of you know what a Nesselberry is. They're like these plushies with these big circle faces. I have a few of them. I have an aqua one, and I put it on top of the aqua print, and then I took a picture. The water goddess, the useless goddess, approves of my print choice. Completely forgot that I put that in here. Surprised even myself. I don't think I've talked about it before, but I like plushies a lot. I have a decent amount of them. I have them in just like a plushie pile in my room, just like in the corner. I have a little basket that I just throw them in. I have a bunch. Anyway, this was another one who I thought had a really pretty style. Swoomiko. I don't think I've seen them at a convention before, but definitely liked their portraits of characters. These are both Genshin characters, Ganyu on the left and Farina on the right. I mentioned Farina earlier. She's one of the Genshin characters whose designs I really like. And this was a super, super, super pretty one, I thought. All of their art was like this pretty style. Oh no. That hit me out of nowhere. Anyway, like I said, I don't play Genshin, but I appreciate the character designs a lot, so I will pick up stuff every once in a while, and this is one of them. Bam. More Genshin. So I actually picked this up in the dealer area, not Artist Alley. So it was a place called Neko Punch Dojin, but I was looking them up because I was like, this doesn't make sense. It's not an artist. And the way that they actually work is that they work with some circles. If you're familiar with like dojins and fan art and stuff in Japan, you might have heard of circles before. But they work with a few circles to publish and print their stuff in the West and then bring it to conventions. So it's a cool like way to just expose a bigger audience to people's art and dojins and fan art books and stuff. And they had a ton of stuff, a lot of Genshin stuff, but I got these two. The artists themselves who actually made these ones is named Kazuna. And this is a Farina and a Hutao, which again, two of the designs that I tend to like more with Genshin. I think that's Folklore. Oh, I've never heard of them. Are they like a different version of Farina or something? Folklore? I'm just like they have this same like blue swoosh in the front. I don't know if you can like this. Oops, I can't draw. Like where I'm dragging the cursor right now, like this blue swoosh just to the right. Like they have that in the same spot on the two. I don't know. Anyway, that was story reasons, gotcha. I see. So this is another artist. Yeah, we're getting really close to the end here of my art pickup. So this was Nick Silva art. They also did the same type of thing with like the gold in the pictures is holographic and looks really cool when you move it around. So the two on the left, the Artoria, this is Lancer Artoria from Fate on the left, and then 2B in the middle. Those both have that gold holographic foil that looks really nice when you move it around. Who's that on the right? That is Yellen from Genshin Impact, or Yellen? Again, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's spelled like Y-E-L-A-N. But I really liked that art as well. Big fan. They had a few different like beach related Genshin things that were kind of cool, but yeah. Artoria, yes. Another example of the rare Fate stuff that you happen to find. I was glad to see some more Fate rep. I did get a little bit more from this artist, I think. Yeah, I also got Aigis and Yukari from this artist. They had like, I feel like they might have had all of the C's members, but I just got these two. They were my top two personally. These do not have like a holographic thing. They're just normal prints. Skyhawk best. Skyhawk's good too. Do you prefer her or Scotty, Jen? I know they're both popular. I like Scotty a little bit more personally, but I do like Skyhawk a lot. So cool. You a fan of that design, Nivi? I really like her normal outfit too. This this artist actually had not safe for work stuff. I just remembered. The way that the not safe for work ones worked was like they had the normal, like this Yellen had a not safe for work version. And you had to like specifically ask, they had it advertised, but you had to specifically ask for it if you wanted to see what it looked like. You can imagine, without needing to elaborate, what a not safe for work version might be. Love the tattoos. I agree. I really like tattoos. Like in general, I like tattoos, but I think they're a really cool like character design piece. And I like how it just like is going up her whole side, like up the side and also on her arm. Like basically her whole right side has it. I don't know. I think that's really nice. I don't think that's actually on her character design though. Like her real character doesn't have the tattoos. I think they just added it because they like it. Personally, I like that addition because I like tattoos. But yeah, I don't think that's technically part of her canon design. The rest of it though, like her hair, I believe is accurate. But yeah. This was another nice free run one that I got. A ZB Relic was the artist, which is just this is just a solo free run out on her adventure. I'm assuming this is probably taken towards the beginning of the series. Maybe this was her like leaving the town after she split off from her original party, and she was kind of like looking back. You could open up a free run museum. I probably could at this point, to be honest. And I'm sure the next time I go to a convention, it's just gonna add even more. I do love me some free run. Not gonna lie. Wow, what do we have here, Cashew? Could that be mint again? This is Oimo Buster. So again, if you're into VTubers, you've probably seen Oimo Buster around. They're super popular with VTubers. They had a really long line. Every time I went past their booth, they had a line of like 10 to 15 people. What the heck? I don't want to stand in line. I got lucky. I looped around like 4 or 5 times, and I finally found a period where there was like one person in line. It's like, thank you. So, we have a Miori Celesta, if you have heard of her. She was part of, I believe, My Holo TV, and then she left and joined Sundaria. And then she left Sundaria and went indie. She's one of my Oshis, personally. I like her a lot. So I got a acrylic stand of her. And then this print is also her. And then the top left keychain is also, all 3 of those are Miori. Which I was glad. Like, you don't often see fan art of indies, but I mean, she's a really popular indie, but still. And then you got Aru from Blue Archive next to her in the top right. Mint, another one of my Oshis, bottom left, and Fauna on the bottom right, doing a funny pose. LOL the Fauna. Yeah, I liked that one. Thought that was pretty good. Happy Mint. They had a lot of really good keychains. I wanted to get more, but again, this was like day 3 that I bought this, and I'd already spent a decent amount of money, and I was like, all right, Leo, you need to rein it in, bud, because you can't just keep buying things. You're gonna have a bad time. So maybe just assume that they'll be at a future convention and you can get more at that point, when you can allocate some more money again. So, yeah. Love Oimo. Yeah, they do nice stuff. They do a lot of good Pomu stuff. They actually had some Pomu stuff too. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of bummed because I saw they tweeted on, I think on like Sunday, that they had a very limited amount of some of their Pomu stuff left, and it wouldn't be reprinted after that. So it was like, if you want this Pomu thing, like, come get it at this convention because this is it. It was like a Pomu fan art book and 1 or 2 other things. And I didn't see that until Sunday, and then I'm pretty sure it was sold out when I went. No! No! But it is what it is. And I believe this is the last slide I have for art that I bought, and there's only like 5 more after this. So this was the very last art that I bought at the convention. Panda and Milk Tea. So they did all Fate stuff pretty much. It's like, wow, a booth that's basically all Fate. Sign me up. So the left is Castoria, aka Artoria Caster. That is a little charm. And then these are prints of Space Ishtar on the left, and again, Castoria, Artoria Caster on the right. I really thought that was Doki. I can definitely see the similarity now that you mention it, with the long blonde hair and the green eyes. But alas, now it is a fake character. And one of my like top 2 fake characters, her and Musashi, are like fighting for first place basically. And then I also got 2 more from her, which was Kama on the left and Maeve on the right. So some more Fate stuff. They had a lot of like meme stickers and stuff. I was kind of surprised at they had some not safe for work meme stickers of a bunch of Fate characters. I was like, oh my god. That made me double take when I saw it. Wow, a lot of people thought it was dope. Love the design of Space Ishtar? Yeah. Very, very good design. So that was it for Artist Alley stuff, and then I just got a couple random things outside of Artist Alley. This is the Azure Lane 5th Anniversary art book. It's 2 volumes, volume 1 and 2, so this is just the volume 1 side. But I love the art in Azure Lane. I think it has some of the best, if not the best, character designs out of all gacha games. It is my 2nd most played gacha game behind only Fate, and I really, really, really like the art. So I try to pick up the anniversary collections when they come out. 5th anniversary just happened like a month ago, or earlier this month actually. Late last month, it was late July, early August. I forgot the exact date, but yeah, so I got that art book. I did not open that and take pictures, but yeah, good stuff. So these were some freebies they threw in with the purchase of the art book. So they had some stickers on the right. What I really like about Azure Lane is that there's a ton of memes in the community that are super popular, and the official accounts and like management and stuff have taken notice of the memes, and they frequently incorporate the memes in merch and stuff now. So like they have Essex here in the middle doing like a classic meme pose. Lemons are a super popular meme in Azure Lane that I can't even fully explain. But, you know, like the fact that they included a lemon sticker, I was like, they're very in touch with the community, I feel. So I like that. And then they got some postcards here on the left, which is nice. I had to censor the postcard on the back, which is why I angled the first postcard the way I did, because I felt like I probably couldn't put that on YouTube. I didn't ask for it. They just gave it to me. Actually, Cashew, the picture... The picture that I sent on Discord earlier of the scene that was happening in Azure Lane when I was doing some like side thing, that was this character that's covered up here. So you can probably imagine how you could connect the two and why I can't really show that art. Anyway, I appreciated the freebies. Thank you, Yostar. YouTube can't handle the spice? Yeah. It's just like, it's not safe for work, but her outfit is it's something else. It's definitely not a YouTube thing. Bushi Road booth. I bought some cards, some Weiss cards. I like cards. I like opening packs of things. So I bought, speaking of Azure Lane, I bought a couple of the Azure Lane booster boxes because I was hoping to get some SPs from some of these. So I got Azure Lane. I got some of the Hololive Summer Collection, and then I got some of the Bang Dream Countdown Collection. I have opened all of them. My original plan is that I would open all of these on stream. I was originally thinking, okay, I'm going to come back. I come back from the convention on Monday, and then on Wednesday, I'm going to do my recap stream, which is what I'm doing now. And then Thursday, I'll open my cards. Yeah. Except what actually happened is I tested positive for COVID on Wednesday, and then I felt like shit for a couple days. And then I was like, well, I want to do something to cheer myself up. So I opened all of the cards. Go men. There's not going to be a card opening stream of all of these cards. Because I opened them. I got one SP out of all of the boxes I bought, and it was this one. I got the Kiara SP from the Hololive collection. Nivi's Oshi. And then I had a fun time opening this set, and I was like, wow, I kind of want to open some more. So then I ended up ordering some more. So I will have a card opening stream at some point, after all, because I had a good time opening my original ones. We're going to open some more Hololive ones, probably next week, whenever I get them. I don't know what day it will be, but once I know, I'll have it on the schedule. And the exciting thing is, so the way that Weiss works, it's kind of interesting. With Weiss cards, you are not guaranteed an SP like in a booster box, right? Like this middle box here, you would call technically a booster box is the left, like that's an Azure Lane booster box. The middle thing, like these special collections are different. They only have like 4 packs each in the box, or 5 packs or something. But it's not guaranteed. But you are guaranteed SPs in a case of booster boxes. So I am way off. Yeah, I think the Corgi thing was like an hour and a half ago. Yeah, I was an hour behind. It happens, man. It happens. So yeah, you're not guaranteed one in a booster box, but you are guaranteed them in a booster case. So a booster case comes with a certain amount of boxes, and you are guaranteed a certain number of SPs within those boxes. So I think I bought a case, and in the case, I'm guaranteed 6 SPs. So out of whenever I get the thing and I can open them, I'm guaranteed 6 SPs. So we're going to be hunting for those in the opening. Not any more than 6, not any less than 6. 6 exactly. That's how the cases work. So there are 53 different cards because they have every English member from Gen 1 and 2, Myth and Promise. They have every Japanese gen except for Dev Is, I believe. So they have Gen 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also Gamers. And then they have, I think, all of Hololive Indonesia. So you can get any of them as an SP. There are 53 different ones. So obviously I have my Oshis. I would prefer if I can get those SPs, but we will see when I actually get the cards and I can open them. Yeah. My hunts will be Fauna, Toa, Miko, Sora, Flare, Bay, Iris, Okayu. I would probably say those are my tops. I don't know how many that was. It was somewhere between like 7 and 10. Those would be the ones I want the most. But we'll see. We'll see. It should be a good time, either way. I'm hoping that I'll also get a couple full sets of like the normal holographic cards, because then I can like sell those off to recoup a little bit of money or something. Or maybe I'll give one away. I don't know. We'll see. I want to get into this card game, but I'm already doing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, so I'm not sure I need to spend more money. Exactly. It's hard. There's so many. Don't you also do some Magic too, Master? Because I remember you opened the Doctor Who set, I think. I don't remember if you also did Fallout. Taking my 15 finally? Are you winning? Oh, we're winning, Honda. This was a good pull that I got from the cards that I opened earlier. Enjoy your 15. Gotta make a list of the ones I want to see. Yeah. I mean, I assume Kiara would have been top of the list, so I already got that. 20% chance of hitting one. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. As long as I get at least one, I'll be content. Or if I get like a really popular one that isn't one of my personal favorites, then I could like trade it for one of my favorites or like sell it and then just pick up my favorite or something. But yeah, we'll see. Magic 8-Ball. I also collect Magic, not really play, but yes, both Doctor Who and Fallout. How could I not get a collab with some of my favorite series, right? It'd be hard to turn down those types of collabs. I saw Hololive is having like a World of Warships collab. It's kind of, seems kind of random. But I mean, they also collabed with Azure Lane, so what am I to say? But that should be fun whenever we get around to that. This was a freebie, so for those who don't know, Lord of the Rings has an anime movie coming out in theaters end of this year, I think December, like a week or two before Christmas. They just released a trailer for it recently. I thought it looked pretty good. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I love the original trilogy. Return of the King is my favorite movie of all time. I liked the Hobbit trilogy, not as much as the original, but how could you ever live up to the original? So I'm looking forward to this movie for sure, but they had a small booth and they were just giving away pins. They were giving away pins of the two main characters. I was like, okay, cool. I'll take free pins of some new Lord of the Rings anime characters. Why not? Yo, for real? For real, Wasabi, yep. I believe it's it takes place like a couple hundred years before the main trilogy or something, so I don't really know the story or context necessarily, but I thought the trailer looked good, and that's what counts. I'll definitely be watching it. I don't think any of my friends watch Lord of the Rings. My like 2 friends who still live around me. I'm gonna have to go alone. Alexa, play that song that goes all by myself. Whatever. I've been to the movies alone before. I do it from time to time if I really want to see something. And I like to go at odd times, so there's like minimal people. The less people in the theater, the better. Like I will intentionally go at like a Thursday at like 1 p.m. because I'm like, who the fuck is gonna be at the movies at Thursday at 1 p.m. other than me? I get the whole theater to myself. Easy. And then I get annoyed because I'll go to the theater and I'll sit down in my middle back row, like the far back row in the middle, because that's always where I like to sit because I get the best view. And then there'll be like 3 other people. I'm like, who do you think you are being at the theater at 1 p.m. on a Thursday? And I'm like, well, that's hypocritical because I'm here at 1 p.m. on a Thursday. But why are you here? Come on, man. And not only will they be there, they'll sit in the same row as me. Like 5 seats down. Like the whole theater is open, man. Why my row? You know, like steal my popcorn or something? Man. I haven't seen the Terminator or the Rick and Morty anime yet, Jin, but they are both on my watch lists. I'm interested in them. Have you seen them? Are they any good if you have? Never heard of it? Come on. I've watched the movies. There we go. Took me a couple. See, you've both seen it? Because I thought I was on like a Batcat stream recently. And you guys said you hadn't. And then I was kind of upset. Because I was like, what the hell? That's my favorite movie. Maybe, was it a Zero stream? I was on somebody's stream recently and I thought they hadn't seen it. Oh, you haven't seen it. Okay. I thought your hey same was in response to Cashew's I've watched the movies. That was probably Nivi's solo. Okay, yes. It was probably the solo one then, yes. I remember there were other people talking about it, and then other people in chat were saying they hadn't seen it, and I was like, I am surrounded by... I don't even know what to call you people. But I haven't seen The Godfather, so who am I to talk, you know? There's classic movies everybody hasn't seen. Actually, I remember in college, because I'm an antisocial homebody introvert, right? When I was in college, some of my roommates were all watching The Godfather. They were like, "Oh, let's do this." And they're like, "Leo, you're gonna watch with us?" And I was like, "Nah, maybe later." And then I got in bed and I took a nap. So they all watched The Godfather and I took a nap because that's who I am. To answer your earlier question, Nivi, yes, I do tend to go to the very back row, and then in the middle. I definitely prefer being towards the back. Like, I don't like when there are people behind me. I definitely like them. I like to be in the far back. Because, like, you get a view of everything. And you don't have to, like, crane your neck to look, you know, like, the further up you go, the more you have to crane your neck up to actually see. So, no, far back row for sure. That's the best spot. I've had people trying to tell me the middle row is the best. That's blasphemy. No. I can't speak. Far back row, 100% of the time. Always. Haven't seen that either. All right. I'm not alone, at least. Mood. In good company, then, huh? I also like the high ground. See, the high ground's a valid strategy. First seat row. Really? You like the very, very first row, Jim? I mean, I guess it's closest to the screen. I also once suffered from friends that did not see the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Not anymore. Ooh, what does that mean, Wasabi? Does it mean you got them to watch it, or does it mean you're not friends anymore? Could go either way. You should go to a packed movie theater. A fight could break out and you could get a ticket for a free movie. Happened to me once. Oh my god. Like, that's a nightmare situation for me. I hate being around any kind of, like, public disturbance. The more people that are around me, the more nervous I get. Doesn't matter where I am. Like, the less people, the better. Like, I'm generally okay with certain things. Like a convention, I'm okay with that. But, like, most of the time, I would prefer as few people as possible around me. I don't know if any of you have seen Star Wars. I know that's pretty classic, so a good amount of you probably have. But I did see A Force Awakens on release night, which, you know, first new Star Wars movie in a decade. People were insanely hyped. That was a sold out theater. So that was absolutely packed. It was kind of cool. Just because people were so excited for it. But it was still, like, definitely not my cup of tea. I would have preferred, again, going at, like, a weird time, or, like, if it's a popular movie, I don't have to go at a Thursday at 1, right? Like, I'm fine going on a weekend. But I'll still try and go at a slightly different time, a slightly less popular time, or, you know, if it's going to be in theaters for 3 weeks, I'll try and wait until, like, 2.5 to 3 weeks of the run. Like, I don't know. I'll try and wait until the initial hype has worn off, so there's, like, I don't know. Anything to make sure that there's less people, the better. I coerced them into watching it. That's the better outcome. I still tear up when I watch some of those scenes. I don't want to say specific ones because now I know there's various people here who have not seen it, committed a sin. But one day I'm sure they'll correct their ways. My earbuds died a minute ago. Missed anything? Nah, nothing really. Just talking about movie theaters. The battle scenes are good. Some of the best. Especially when you consider they're 20 years old now. Like, they still hold up really well. This was another freebie I got, actually. So it was a Persona 3 Reload lanyard. So the actual card that was attached was just advertising episode Aegis, which comes out next week. Yay, we're going to be starting that soon. But the lanyard itself, really nice design. So the outside, I took a picture, this middle picture, that's what the outside of the lanyard looks like. So you have all of the main characters as well as the main villains. And then the inside has Makoto and Aegis with their like respective logos. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, that's a really nice lanyard. For free. They were just handing them out when I walked by. I was like, okay, thanks. Why not? Forgot we were looking at merch. I mean, this was actually the last slide. The next one is just the, hey, thanks for watching slide. So, that is all of the merch I got. Officially complete. Anime NYC 2024 Hololive concert wrapped up. Hey, it's double Leo. Let's run it back one more time. Yeah. You guys haven't had enough? We'll start from the beginning. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. I know we're 3 hours and 18 minutes in, but that doesn't mean we can't start again. For the people who weren't here the first time. We got free run getting eaten. We got hentai. We got alcohol. We got SCP book and Hololive concert and U-Bell and funny cute charms. Got a lot of stuff. Anime car, Honda Civic. Oh, there you go, Honda. So you have people in chat. They want to see you get wrapped. No more OEM. You got to be a Hololive car from now on. Flashback rewinds. Always love hearing about your trips. You always have so many interesting Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Master. Glad you enjoyed listening. And you got an hour of stuff that you could go back and watch if you wanted to see what part you missed. Yeah, I had a lot of fun on the trip, taking away the whole get COVID thing and then be away from streams for an extra week and a half. But, we're back, thankfully. Gonna hopefully be getting back onto my normal schedule next week. Probably still gonna have some congestion and coughing and stuff for a bit longer, because I know with COVID, for those of you who have had it, you probably know, but things tend to linger for a little bit. I have tested negative now, thankfully. I tested negative yesterday, so I should be over the main hump, but you still get the lingering stuff that sticks around. Panic so hard that I'm misspelling words. You gotta put it into high gear and rev away. Was that everything that I... I know there was that one video that I couldn't show, but is that everything else? I'm double checking. Oh, I got another nice Lucy one. Who liked Lucy? If you liked Lucy. Not from this convention. I was just scrolling through my old pictures. Boom. This was Lucid Sky again. That's who I started my my stream with, or the merch section with. But that was a nice Lucy too, I thought. I haven't seen the Code Geass anime, Jen, no. It's on my watch list though. I've never seen the original. Have a good rest. Thank you, Wasabi. Thank you. I'm just like... I completely forgot I even had some of these things as I just scroll through all my old pictures. I love this Miko pin I have. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's so good. That's my Kamiyoshi right there, by the way. I know I can't understand what she says. From what I hear, even if you speak Japanese, you can't understand what she says. But I like Miko a lot. A lot of respect for her. And she's very funny. Yeah, I love that pin. Do I have any other interesting or cool things I want to show? Oh, you guys are still watching the original. Gotcha. I wasn't sure if you'd finished it or not. Miku saved. See, yeah, Miku's Miko's GTA playthrough was like huge, and putting Hololive on the map like worldwide. I think Miko GTA. I think there was a few different things. Miko GTA was definitely huge. I feel like Korone and her Mario stuff started to get really popular sometime like early in the pandemic, and I mean, Hololive English also came out. It was like, was it September? I think it was September of 2020, which was like 6 months in at that point. So that, it was like a rough time for them, but it was also good in terms of like almost ideal for a lot of people being at home on their computers to see it. I didn't really start getting into Hololive until towards the end of 2020, I think. So it was after Myth had already been out for, sorry, not just Hololive, VTubers in general. It was like, oh, I have another nice Lucy one. Lucy and Rebecca, actually. Boom. Yeah, it was like late 2020. I think they had been out for like 3 months or so. And one of my friends who was just into VTubers for a while he actually sent me, it was Miko GTA, Miko Minecraft, Korone Mario, Gura doing karaoke, and Ame, it was like a compilation of Ame raging at stuff. Like, those were my first 5 things I ever saw from Hololive. And then it just kind of got into the rabbit hole from there. And then I think, what was it, 2021? I got into some of the Ninja Sanji English stuff that came out, and then I think it was like when Council came out that I started to really get into Hololive. I think that was summer of 21, right? I'm almost... Was it summer of 21 or 22? I feel like it was 21. And then Sana graduated around 22. And then 23 had Advent and 24 had Justice. Was that it? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was around when Council came out is when I started to really get into VTubers. Eden Zero. Oh, Eden Zero's on my watch list too. Both that and Fairy Tail. Same author, I think. That's what drew me in. Totally valid one to get you, yeah. Welcome back, Goku. Ronnie's English Only Mario is still one of my all-time favorites. There's so many clippable moments in that. I haven't even watched the full stream. I've just seen so many clip compilations. Rebecca Let's Go, Edge Runners was so good. Yeah, great series, great series. You know what's another popular series that does not get as much art as I would want or hope? Freaking Dr. Stone. Like, popular series. A lot of popular characters. It's been going for like, what, 7 years? I think, oh wait, no, it started in 2019. Or was it 2018? 2019, yeah. So it's been going on for 5 years. It has another season announced. It's going to get a full adaptation, which you don't see very often. How does it not have more art? Like fan art. Like, if you were to go on Pixiv and just like search Dr. Stone, it's like barren. What the heck is that? I'm going through old Teats teats? What the hell is that? Old tweets on my pre-Leo account. And I got me simping over Bocchi the Rock episode 8. Which, if you've seen Bocchi the Rock, that was the nice Nijika Bocchi heart-to-heart after their concert. That was like what really, like, I already liked the series, but that was when it became like a 10 out of 10 to me. I have a whole freaking tweet saying how I was all choked up. Oh man, good times, good times. Trying to find a freaking specific thing I'm looking for. How many pictures did I tweet on this account? Damn. Thank you, Leo. Good taste as always. Thank you, Nivi. Right back at ya. Lettuce? How dare you, Cashew? How dare you comment on his lettuce hair? I mean, I think I've talked about Dr. Stone in the past in terms of like, when I first started watching season 1, I very nearly dropped it because I didn't like the character designs and I thought Senku was annoying. I was like, this fucking guy, why does he have to say 1,000,000,000% sure of everything? Like, oh my god, shut up, dude. Like, you say it every 3 sentences. I was so annoyed. And now I love it. It's like, what? I think when I updated my... Excuse me. I think when I updated my top anime list, it was like my number 12. And now, like, if Senku says, oh, this is exhilarating. I'm 1,000,000,000% sure that this is gonna be crazy. I'm like, oh my god, he said the thing. Let's go. This is the best episode of all time. Like, I get so excited now. Like, love me some Dr. Stone, man. Love it. Oh, I found a picture of one of the hand-drawn commissions I had done. Kohaku, best character? Kohaku is my favorite from Dr. Stone. Well, no, I would say Senku's my favorite, and then Kohaku second. I do like Taiju a lot. He's very good. I would say my top 3 are probably Senku, Kohaku, and Gen. But there's so many good characters in that series. Oh my god, why did I tweet this picture? So, before I traveled back in time and became a scientist VTuber, before I was even planning that, I tweeted this picture for some reason. It would pop up. Oh wow, that's gigantic. Okay, good job, Leo. You're interesting. I was looks like that was about mid 2022 that I tweeted that. This was Isekai Oji-san, I think was the anime. It's pretty funny. I actually haven't finished it yet, but good comedy. Are any of you watching that VTuber comedy right now? VTuber Legend, yeah, that one. Anyone watching that? It's on my list, but I haven't started it yet. I've seen some clips and it seems funny though. Bruh, I just got jump scared by a freaking summertime rendering picture that I tweeted. What the heck? Yeah, content warning on that. Damn. Oh, okay. Question. Has anyone here watched or read Wotakoi? Wotakoi Love is Hard for Otaku? Rom-com anime from like 2018 maybe? One of my all-time favorite rom-coms. One of my all-time favorite manga. Not watched it yet? Sabi. Again is my favorite. Kaseki. Oh yeah, Kaseki's funny. I don't think so. God damn. This is going to be a Lord of the Rings 2.0. Where in the world is this picture I'm looking for? How could it be this hard to find? On the picture I tweeted of myself from a convention a couple years ago. One of the few times I actually had a picture of me taken. That's a good picture. Got so much to go through. Yeah, the backlog is always big. I was asking because some of you guys probably know I buy a decent amount of manga. And they released, when the final volume came out, they released a bunch of different variations of the final volume with like different covers, and I actually got them all. It was a pain because they were sold at different stores and stuff, but I really liked the variation of all of the different covers you had. This is like the ultimate childhood friend story. Like, this is why Childhood Friend is so good. If you like romance, anime, or manga, like, you gotta watch it or read it. I would recommend reading. I mean, the anime is good, but I'd recommend reading it because the art's really good and it's completed, so you don't get left on anything unresolved. But yeah, it's one of my top tropes. It is my #1 trope. Basically, it's not a spoiler or anything because it's the whole synopsis of the series, but the whole point of the series, or the whole basis of it, I guess you should say, is that the guy here, Hirotaka is his name, he and the girl, Narumi, they have been friends since they were kids, and he's always liked her. And they're both otaku. Like, he likes gaming, she likes like Fujoshi stuff and also gaming and stuff. So they're both otaku, they bonded over that. He's always liked her. They're childhood friends. And I don't think she ever knew that he liked them, or that he liked her. And she started, she dated other guys in like high school and stuff. He always just stayed as her friend. And then the first episode starts with them essentially meeting again as adults. Like, they fell out of touch, and they end up working at the same company and reunite, and they start dating in episode 1. He like just throws it out. He's like, well, you don't have to hide being an otaku if we date. She's like, yeah, okay, why not? And then, so like, it's not like one of those series where you're waiting for them to get together. Like, they get together in episode 1, and then it's just like a rom-com about their relationship, basically. But it is a fantastic childhood friend story. That is my #1 type of pairing. Great art, great characters, really funny. A lot of references if you like anime and games and stuff. It's so good. It's so good. And it ends, like, the way the manga ends is 10 out of 10. Oh my god. Like, it's all good vibes, man. I can't find the specific picture I'm looking for. I know, it seems like I'm just like killing time not doing anything. I've been scrolling through all my pictures looking for this thing, and I can't find it. Did I tweet it on a different account? Oh, I think I did. That would explain it. I was looking at the wrong account. Dumb. Childhood friend that wins? Impossible. They win in episode 1, my man. And that's what makes it so good. No drama. Well, very, very minimal drama. Nothing bad. Historia One Sword? Better than Danmachi? I haven't seen it, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. so I added it to my list recently to check out. What was I looking for? It was something VTuber related, I think. And I'm pretty sure it was from a convention. Would have been right around here. Oh, maybe I didn't take pictures. Oh, wow, it's a picture of me that I took at a convention. Oh my god, hashtag selfie. I totally forgot that I tweeted that. A trip down memory lane right here. Guys, if you were at this convention, you might have ran into Leo Lovelace. That's crazy. It's my selfie with the Bang Dream girls. Whoa. Oh my goodness, I was so excited to meet them. Okay, so it looks like I never tweeted the pictures that I was thinking of, and that's why I can't find it. That explains everything. Can't take selfies, they always look horrible. Same. I mean, I always feel super awkward taking pictures in general. I've gotten better about it over the years, but like, I still feel like I don't like taking them. And I still feel like I always look bad. Like, I would much rather, if a picture is gonna be taken, I would much rather somebody take a picture of me than me take a selfie. Because I feel like I look a lot better in those. Like, if I take a selfie, I look like a grotesque abomination from the deep. But if somebody else takes a picture, I look like an average dude. So, pretty clear trade-off. Or pretty clear, one is clearly better than the other. Hey, I found me tweeting about Dr. Stone. Starting Dr. Stone Season 3, and I forgot how hyped I get whenever Senku says, this is gonna be exhilarating. Fucking love this show. Yeah, that's right. That's right. What else we got? Me simping for my waifus? Sure. Me tweeting a picture of Bochi and saying, anybody else act like this? Haha, because that's me. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got some funny tweets every once in a while, I gotta say. It kind of applies to right now. I put that on the screen. My god, I'm a freaking comedic genius. Browser source. Get out of here. It didn't work the way I thought it would. Alright, give me a sec. Damn you, OBS. How you like this? Oh, I didn't want to do that. Damn you, OBS again. This one. This one. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Get out of here. Window capture. Yes, yes. There we go. My comedic genius tweet from September 17th, 2023, which is extremely applicable to me right at this very moment. It's almost like I foresaw the future. Man, I make myself laugh. I hate it. I hate post-nasal drip. I've not finished Dr. Stone Season 2, but I've read all the manga. Well, there you go. You're basically caught up. I have all of the manga, but I've been fighting the urge to read ahead because I really like the anime, so I would rather experience it in the anime if possible. So we'll see if I can keep holding out. I don't think they've announced a release date. I think I might have seen that they said something about the final season, aka season 4, being like split into 3 parts, like 3 parts of 11 or 12 episodes or something. And I was like, oh, don't do that to me. Don't make it take 3 years. The manga's been done for like a year or 2 already too. But you know what? I would rather that the adaptation is good, so just gotta endure. All right. I've just been yapping with, even though I've been done with my presentation for a bit, so I should probably continue to take it easy and let my throat continue to rest up, considering that I am streaming tomorrow, actually. Let me up my schedule. Boom. I'm starting Astrobot tomorrow, so for those of you who don't know, that's the game I've been looking forward to the most this year. Very excited for that. I think it's a relatively short game. I think I've seen that you can finish it in like 10 to 12 hours or something, so yeah, it should be like a short but sweet but fun experience. I heard there's like a hub world or something, and all the different bots that you meet and save from all the classic characters just like hang out there and you can interact with them or something. I don't know. I'm a big PlayStation fan. I've had a PlayStation since PS3. I love the Sony exclusive games. So many good stories, so many good franchises. So I'm looking forward to playing the game and seeing all of the cameos and all that type of stuff. Index Season 4 waiting. I actually haven't seen any of Index or Railgun, but they're on my watch list. I heard they're good. We love yapping. I enjoy yapping as well. As long as I can keep thinking of things to talk about. Just finished the Eva and Nikke collab. Oh, I've been super behind on that. I think I've only done like the first 5 chapters. I'm gonna have to binge it. Astrobot hype, yes. Hype, hype, hype. And then I actually just pre-ordered the new Assassin's Creed too. I traded some stuff in at GameStop yesterday when I picked up Astrobot. And I got more credit than I expected from it. So I just threw the rest down on Assassin's Creed Shadows. We'll see. I can always cancel it if the reviews don't end up well, but I loved Ghost of Tsushima, and I feel like this is going to play similarly, so I was like, why not? Hopefully it turns out good. I haven't played Assassin's Creed in a long time. Astrobot, let's go, let's go! Metaphor next month, too. It's only like a month away. Month and like 4 days. And some cool things in the new Astrobot. The new Astrobot is the #1 reviewed game of the whole year so far. It beat out Elden Ring, it beat out Final Fantasy. At least last I checked. Prepare for a flood of PlayStation references and cameos? Yes. I'm excited. There's so many good series in that Sony ecosystem. Got Ray, Neilister, Trove, and Clay. Yes. Damn, you got 4 new SSRs yesterday? That's a really good luck. I like Tove a lot. Play's fun. I don't think I've met Neilister yet in the story, but I know she's popular. And Ray, of course, is nice, given limited collab. Can't wait to play it. You gotta pick it up. Gotta pick it up, then we can talk about it. It's gonna be so fun. That's the kind of game that I think would be fun, too, if it was, like, co-op. Even if it was, like, local co-op. Not that nobody wants to play local co-op with me. But I feel like that game would work really well with that. I don't know. Either way, I think it's going to be fun. But yeah, I guess I will probably call it there. So I can chill, let my throat continue to recover, and be back in less than 24 hours for Astrobot. and have a good time. I'm surprised I haven't coughed nearly as much as I thought I would. That's a good sign. So I'm hoping to have 4 streams next week, but we'll see. At least 3, but hopefully 4. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming to the stream. Hope you had a good time. I know I yapped for almost 4 hours about Anime NYC and the concert and merch and random art and other tangents and stuff, but hopefully you had a good time. And thanks for coming for the comeback stream. I know, like I said, this is the longest break I've ever had since I started streaming. It's been, how long was it? Like 2.5 weeks? Of course the calendar app doesn't work. So I did a stream on August 20th, so it was 14, it was 18 days. My previous longest was 14, so yeah, no, not a record I want to keep setting. So hopefully back to normal, but yeah, thank you for coming and hanging out and listening to me. Thanks for the stream, it was fun, glad to hear it. Thank you, Nivi. Thanks for the long-awaited stream, hope you get better. Thank you, Jack, appreciate it. Sayonara, see you, Jen, thanks for hanging out. Hope I feel better. Thank you, Honda, I appreciate it. Thank you as well, Cashew. Even if you called me out for being late, how dare you? I'll be watching Wazowski on your next stream. Always watch. That wasn't a good impression. I can do it better when I'm not sick. Yeah, I'll watch. You're even 3 seconds late. Better see my message in chat. You'll see. You'll see. They'll all see. Gotta do a thing when you're back to 100. Oh, for sure. I am definitely down. I know we kind of very briefly talked about it, but definitely up for something. I would say, if not next week, then starting the week after. I don't know. Within the next week or 2, I should be good to start doing stuff again, I think. But yeah, I always go in loops when I end stream of being like, but yeah, okay, I'm gonna end, thanks. But yeah, thanks again. Yeah, I don't know why I'm like this. I'm gonna call it there, so thank you again for coming to the stream. Hope you had a good time. Hopefully I see you tomorrow for Astrobot. If not, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And if yes, then I will see you tomorrow. So until then, have a good one, and bye-bye.